Well, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada. Tonight's game number 2 of the high school football season as the Ada-Borup-West Cougars host the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds 1-0 after a win versus War Road last week. Cougars 0-1 as they fell on the road to Pelican Rapids. Game number 2 tonight. We thank you for joining us on yourliveevent.com and on 106.5 FM KRJB as we get ready for tonight's football action. It's the Cougars and the Thunderbirds coming up next.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
Keep informed with Ada-Borup School activities, events, and more. Visit the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. You can also listen to Cougar Sports from the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. Click on Explore, click on KRJB, click on Listen Live. Cougar activities with local homegrown radio, KRJB 106.5.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information at how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
Welcome to a caring community of older adults living safely in company with others. Welcome to Benedictine Living Community Ada, with the commitment to senior living that you've come to expect from Benedictine. As a member of the Benedictine organization, Benedictine Living Community Ada can offer personalized care to your loved ones while relying on the support and expertise of a larger network of professionals. We are proud of our community and we are proud to serve you. We are Benedictine. Learn more at benedictineliving.org/together.
The Johnson Sports Complex in Ada, the site of tonight's matchup between the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. Thanks for joining us tonight on 106.5 FM KRJB and also on yourliveevent.com. As you see on the screen right now, the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds are warming up with the white uni tops, the black pants, teal striping, and socks. There, the Cougars on the right side of your screen with the red home jerseys, black pants, and the black numerals here with Ada-Borup-West. This is your Bitgerink pregame show. Here, Bitgerink, give them a call. Call 456-SHOP. That's 456-7467. Ask about tires with Bitger Inc. Talk to Troy, the tire guy there. Bitger Inc. located in between Ada and Halstead. You need tires for your cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, farm implements. There for tires, contact Bitger Inc. That number 456-SHOP. Here we'll take a break. We'll come back on your Bitger Inc. pregame show. Get you ready for kickoff with some pregame coaches' comments when we return on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
John, Wayne, and Marissa at the Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John, Wayne, and Marissa at Ben and Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
When you're on your way to the lake for a day of fishing, no matter what season it is, you need to stop by Bones 113 Bait and Tackle on Highway 113 east of Waubun. Bones carries a great supply of live, fresh bait. He has all of the fishing supplies and tackle you need to be successful on the water. Bones also has grocery items, gas at the pump, off sale, and so much more. Stop by on your way to the lake. Bones 113 Bait and Tackle, Highway 113 east of Waubun. Serving Mahnomen and the surrounding communities for 34 years, it's Brigham and Super Value, your hometown grocery store in Mahnomen. Stop by today. Great weekly specials, delicious fresh produce, along with baked goods that are baked fresh daily, and a fully stocked meat department. Great deals. You'll find them at your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value. Celebrating 34 years, it's your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value in Mahnomen.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information and how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
On your Bickering pregame show, myself, Jake Birkmeyer, up in the booth, along with Ethan running camera here by my side tonight, ready to bring you this matchup with the Cougars and the Thunderbirds. And down the field, Kevin Kochman, standing by with your pregame coach's count from the Georgetown Farmers Elevator Georgetown Agronomy. Head coach for the Thunderbirds, John Clark Jr.
Sounds great, Jake. Yes, Coach. Here we go. We're ready to play some football. We got wind. We had cold weather. It's October football right now.
Yeah, it sure is. It doesn't seem like second game of the year. It should be seventh or eighth game of the year, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain, so we can handle wind and a little cold. It should be a fun night.
Well, I know that last week the guys got treated to a beautiful fall night and a win over War Road, and you went through the air for the first three scores. I know the question was asked, when has that happened before?
Well, I can't remember, but we were doing a very good job of blocking up front, and we got some weapons out there this year, so that's just something we can add to. Hopefully we can pound it on the ground a little more tonight, because that's our forte. But if they give us something on the outside, we'll sure take it.
Well, let's talk about it here tonight for the third straight season coming over here. It's like I don't know who sets the schedule on that thing, but one of these years you're going to have to flip-flop.
Well, I'm not the schedule maker. I have no say in this, so I've taken a lot of heat for that. But it's like you said, these kids get to play football, and seeing the smiles on their faces last week, that was priceless. And hope, here they get to play again. So, we'll drive wherever we need to play.
Right. Nobody's caring where they're going. They're just playing. And here tonight for the guys, an opponent at Ada-Borup-West, they're rebuilding a bit. They have some talented athletes. You're aware of that. I suppose you were able to learn a little bit here about them this past week after watching some film from Pelican Rapids.
Oh, watched a lot of film, yes, and they have some very, very, very good athletes. And, they have some size up front too. So both teams, I'm sure, learned a lot about themselves in that first game because we didn't get a scrimmage, so that basically served as our scrimmage. So I'm sure both coaching staffs found out a lot about their teams, and they're probably going to tinker with their teams a little bit, and both teams should be much improved tonight.
I hope so. And looking at it, too, just how this has been working. I know the comment from you and Coach Tindrum, too, has been we really have to coach. You got to do a lot of coaching on the fly this year, which makes it a little bit interesting.
It makes it a lot of fun. We've been pretty lucky over the years. We've had really, really good football players and smart football players, and I think we have some really good football players, but maybe not football smart yet. So, and that just takes experience and some coaching and some dedication on their part. But I think we really improved in practice this week, so I'm super excited to see what happens tonight.
This should be a great night. I know if you're headed to the north end zone, you're going to want to take out that 4-iron, Coach, and you're going to want to hit a real hard line drive shot here. Keep it low in the wind, I suppose, huh?
Well, we'll just put it in there, hopefully, Kev. That's the plan. Just drive it close enough where you can just tap it in. So, yeah, the wind is going to play a factor. So that's part of being football smart as well, is understanding, which team is with the wind and which team isn't, and adjusting in the secondary especially.
Well, biggest keys for success tonight for the Thunderbirds, what'll it be, Coach?
The line of scrimmage. We need to win the line of scrimmage. That's number one for us. Hold on to the football. And then number 3 is just make sure we're disciplined on defense, because they're going to spread us out and they're going to do a lot of things inside and outside. So we just got to be sound on defense.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck to you and the Birds, and we'll talk at halftime.
Thank you.
Good to see you. That's John Clark Jr., head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbird football team.
There with your Georgetown Farmers Elevator, Georgetown Agronomy pregame coaches' comments. Contact Gary Balsam at the elevator. Call 218-236-6661. They're the Georgetown Farmers, however. You can call or stop in and discuss how they can help you on your farm. They're working for you, the area farmer. As we continue on our Bitgerink pregame show, the Thunderbirds and the Cougars coming up on 106.5 FM KRJB and online at yourliveevent.com.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
This is John Samdahl with Beta Seed. As the leading sugar beet seed supplier in North America, Beta Seed wants you to be confident in the varieties that you plant in your fields. With industry-leading tolerance to rhizomania and our multi-source varieties, along with strong tolerances to Aphanomyces, Rhizoctonia, Fusarium, and Cercospora, we have what you need. Our Great Disease package also provides you excellent revenue per acre, a combination you can't find anywhere else. Betaseed.com for more information. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Contact your local Beta Seed sales representative, Dan Ness, by calling 218-766-6109.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because this, it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
On our Bitgerink pregame show, we continue with our pregame coaches' comments. We go down to the field. Kevin Copeland standing by with the head coach of the Cougars, Paul Tingham.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake. And Paul, tonight for the guys, we talked about it last week at Pelican, an opportunity to come out and get better here tonight. The opportunity against the Thunderbirds. So, short week. What was accomplished in practice last couple of days?
You know, Monday we watched a lot of film and just tried to correct mistakes and show the kids what they need to do better, and obviously watch Mahnomen-Waubun film to show them what we're going to be going up against. So, and then just get out there Monday and just go walk through everything, X's and O's, and then yesterday we got basically one practice in. So, same with them. So we're on the same even keel there. So it's kind of is what it is. Short week. Usually this is week 8, but this year it's week 2, and just got to get ready to play football. And I think. Whoever plays better takes care of the football better, and takes away the other team's strength is probably going to come out on top.
Line of scrimmage going to play a big factor again tonight, I would venture to guess, like it does in every game.
Yeah, it will. I mean, the battle's one up front. Hopefully we can be a little more physical tonight, be a little more disciplined. We made a lot of X and O mistakes on the field last Friday, so hopefully the kids learn from that. What we talked about in film, what we walked through yesterday, and hopefully we are a lot more physical up front, a lot more aggressive. Like we said, we got a lot of young kids, but now it's time to grow up. They got a game under their belt, and it's time to get better now. So, these guys got a couple junior linemen that have been starting since 8th grade, so they're very experienced up front, and they got some great size up there. So it's going to be a challenge for our guys, but hopefully they rise to the occasion, because you have to. If you don't, you're in trouble.
Well, I know that for the Cougars, Alex Sturton out with injury. Last week got hurt against Pelican Rapids. That's unfortunate for a senior captain.
Yeah, it is. Got kind of rolled, got blocked, and his ankle got cut underneath him, and it kind of went a weird angle, and so he's out for this week. He got an X-ray. There's no fractures, so we're hoping to get him back next week. I hope. We need him back. Our, one senior with much experience, so we really need him back. We gained a couple other kids back this week from other reasons, so we lost one, gained a couple more. So, hopefully next week we're at 100% for all reasons.
Well, that would be good. Now, as far as keys for success, we talked about and kind of laid it out already. Weather-wise, field's in pretty good shape, all things considered, after having some moisture today.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good shape. First time it's been played on this year, so it's still pretty solid. Hopefully the wind dies down a little bit, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. So have to take little strategy with the wind tonight, but we'll see what happens. It seems like it's dying down. We did a JV scrimmage at 4:30, and it was colder and windier at 4:30 than it is right now. So it's going the right way.
Yeah, we'll take that. You learned a lot about the Thunderbirds coming in, watching film from their first week.
Yeah, we did. I mean, they're solid like always. They're always a good team. They got a great tradition over there, and they're doing the same schemes they've done for many years. So it's nothing to trick you. It's going to be the same thing. They're going to run their midline and their outside veer, and they're going to play their 3-3 stack, and they're going to come at you. So it's nothing that's going to be a surprise. You just got to play and execute and try to take away their strengths, and then on defense, their defense got to try to block their front six because they're coming hard.
Coach, we certainly appreciate the time. Best of luck to you and the Cougars here tonight. Enjoy this one under the lights on a Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. That's Paul Tincham, head coach, Ada-Borup-West Cougar football.
Again, your pregame coaches' comments are brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator, Georgetown Agronomy, working for you, the area farmer. Give Gary Balsam a call at the elevator, 218-236-6661. This is your Bitcoin pregame show, Ada-Borup-West, Mahnomen-Waubun, Section 8A high school football coming up on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
In the world of farming, you can't afford any unexpected slowdowns, and having the wrong insurance might cost you extra time and money. Timing is everything in farming, and claims are never fun, but when bad things happen, the McCollum agencies are there for you. Through constant communication and advising, we provide a service that others can't or won't match. We believe in keeping the process as easy as we can on our clients. Not only are Joe and David McCollum insurance experts, they have farmed their entire lives. Call Joe McCollum in Detroit Lakes, 844-5970, or David McCollum in Mahnomen, 935-2175 for a free consultation.
Whether it's plumbing or heating, call the professionals with Hoban's Plumbing and Heating, 218-983-3611. Hoban's Plumbing and Heating works with Rheem water heaters, Tempstar furnaces, and they also work with geothermal, northern heat pumps, and they have Northstar water softeners that you can buy or rent. Whether it's plumbing or heating, contact the professionals to get the job done.
Proudly serving the Lakes area and beyond for over 30 years. Please call 218-983-3611.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou does it all. They provide full shop services for your tractors, combines, trucks, pickups, and cars. Their tire department carries a full line of name brand tires, and they've got state-of-the-art alignment equipment. And don't forget about the parts department. They have parts for just about anything, right down to your lawnmower. Call today, 218-935-2774. Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou.
This is your Bitger Inc. pregame show from the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada. We bring it to you from the Laura Tweeton Thrivent Financial Radio booth. Leave your legacy plan for the future. Visit with Laura Tweeton, Thrivent Financial Representative. Call 218-596-8228 to set up an appointment today. Well, here as we get ready for our pregame here, we bring in Kevin Kochman down the sideline. And, Kevin, ready here for game number 2. Thunderbirds coming off a win, Cougars coming off a loss. But two teams that don't matter if it's game 1, 2, 6, 8, whatever it is. Always should be a fun matchup between the two.
Absolutely. And it's a rivalry that's set up, year 1. Played over here in a 0-week game. It was one of the first games of this. It was the first game of the Thunderbirds co-op playing here at Ada-Borup-West. And for the Cougars, that was, if I'm not mistaken, first game of 11-man football, too. Anyway, we go back to that. That's where they started. Now, 3 consecutive seasons they played here at Johnson Sports Complex. Thunderbirds come in after a very nice performance against Warroad in Waubun last Friday night. 3 touchdowns through the air to start the game. First 3 touchdowns of the season for the Thunderbirds came through the air. Don't know if that's happened ever in Mahnomen football or Waubun football. Certainly hasn't happened as the Thunderbird co-op, but talented athletes, student athletes ready to go out and make some plays. For Ada-Borup-West last week, it was 27-12 against the Pelican Rapids Vikings before the Vikings really opened it up in the third quarter. Defensively, the Cougars struggled mightily last week to try to stop Mr. Mikhail Korf and Pelican Rapids offensively. So tonight, they're going to have some challenges in front of them as well. Again, the Cougars are going to be without Alex Sturton. The Thunderbirds appear to be, for the most part, at full strength here for what you would be expecting from their offense and defense. So with that all being said, dandy night for football. The wind is starting to die down out here as well, but it feels like football weather here for the week 2 of this COVID-19 2020 football season.
Yeah, week 2, and well, you talk about the weather here, field conditions doing well there, and your field conditions brought to you by D&D Mowing. Call Dave Dahl at 218-556-2116. Looking for this fall with the leaves all around. Call him for the bagging here, and maybe you can even set something up for the spring too, or any final fall clippings you need to take care of here with your lawn care with Dave Dahl and D&D Mowing. Call 218-556-2116.
Yeah, field conditions. It is the first varsity game here. They did have a junior varsity scrimmage. They have had a junior high on the auxiliary field to the west of the Johnson Sports Complex main press box here. But field conditions fantastic to start the season, of course. And we've had very good weather. It's been dry. Today there was rain. Not even a tenth of an inch fell throughout the last 48 hours. So from that standpoint, field conditions and as good as you're going to get for what traditionally would be week 8 of a football season.
That's right. It's the MEA week. Normally the last game of the season. It's game 2 of the season this year. We'll take a break on our Bitcoin pregame show. Come back to you, get your starting laps, and ready for the opening kickoff coming up on 106.5 FM KRJB, and also live video on yourliveevent.com.
Realty can be confusing. That's why it's important to choose a professional when you're buying or selling. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated offers full commercial real estate services, agricultural land sales, hunting land sales, all categories of commercial real estate sales, commercial space leasing, real estate consulting, and real estate investing. Contact Anthony today, 218-261-1137. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit the Linfors Agency, Boston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, linforsagency.com. The Linfors Agency, your insurance source.
At the Mahnomen School District, their mission is to provide the opportunity for high achievement for all learners, promoting academics, citizenship, and individual self-esteem, with an emphasis on 21st century skills. For more information on the Mahnomen School District and what's going on at the school, log on to www.mahnomen.k12.mn.us. Good luck to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds from the Mahnomen School District.
Ada-Borup-West Cougars, Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds tonight on yourliveevent.com and on 106.5 FM KRJB. Bringing you this Section 8A football matchup. Let's bring you your starting lineups from the Norman County Implement. As we start with the offense for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. On the offensive line, it will go left side to right side. Junior number 52, Sergio Reyes. Sophomore number 51, Trenton Sipp. Sophomore center number 50, John Wilprecht. And the right guard will be number 67, Keaton Byron, the sophomore. Right tackle, the junior, number 71, Bo Jorgensen for Ada-Borup-West. Your running backs and receivers tonight will be number 3, freshman Cameron Spaeth, number 28, junior Bo Fedding. Receivers with number 88, Weston Winfrey, the lone senior in the starting lineup offensively and defensively for Ada-Borup-West after the injury to Alex Sturton last week. Other receiver will be number 10, Ryan Hoven, the junior, and we'll also see junior Evan DeVos rotating on that receiver rotation as well. Your quarterback will be the sophomore number 1, Aiden Markison for Ada-Borup-West. Defensively for Mahnomen-Waubun, the Thunderbirds will send out a 5 front with the defensive ends of Tanner Pasnick and Tony Swalloff. The defensive tackles will be Casey Wadena and Justin Littlewolf, and the nose guard will be Brock Spalla there, number 67. Linebackers will be number 4, Kurt Balfi, number 51, Will Starkey, and number 3, Will Olson. And the 3 defensive backs will be number 34, Peyton Keyser, number 12, Cooper Hodak, and number 11, Dennis Ashley, starting defensively for Mahnomen-Waubun. That's your starting laps, brought to you by the Norman County Implement. You can talk to Chuck or Neil at the Norman County Implement. Ask about the one remaining new versatile Delta Track. Call for pricing, huge price discounts, and the financing programs. Plus new trades this week. A model 3181 owner, 15-foot battling mower. Perfect for your fall weed, grass cleanup, and price right, $14,000. Come on down. Talk to Chuck or Neil at the Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North in Ada. We're back after this, getting ready for your opening kickoff with Ada-Borup-West and Mahnomen-Waubun.
Yeah, so that's not something you're typically going to hear on this station. But you're also not typically going to hear your bank say, "That's free," or "We're not going to charge you as much as other banks because we don't think it's right." At Midwest Bank, you're not going to hear the typical bank talk because we're not just any bank. MidwestBank.net. Banking your way. Member FDIC.
Visit with Midwest Bank in Waubun, 218-473-2191.
Norman County Implement, 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil. In effect now, the early order programs on Amity beet lifters, Woolrich field cultivators, and Amity air seeders. Take advantage of these early order programs, special financing, and savings. Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada has one remaining new versatile Delta Track. Call for pricing and huge price discounts and financing programs. They thank you for your business. Highway 9 North Ada, Norman County Implement.
The fall season is a perfect time to visit Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. Rent a cabin for the weekend. Take in the beautiful fall colors. Experience excellent fall fishing on North or South Twin Lakes. And of course, the friendly faces and the delicious food at the lodge. Call today, 218-935-5745. Pinehurst Resort, located on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. When that home improvement list gets too long, the guy to call is Josh Thorpe with Saw and Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe does new construction, remodeling, additions, windows, siding, and roofing. When that to-do list gets too large, the man to call is Josh Thorpe with Saw and Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe with Saw and Fixed It Remodeling.
Here, this wraps up our Bitker Inc. pregame show with the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds ready to kick off here today. Kevin Cokeman down the sideline with myself, Jake Berkmeyer up top. Here, Kevin, real quick, what's our keys to the game? You talked to both coaches.
Yeah, keys, Jake, line of scrimmage, controlling line of scrimmage, and the Thunderbirds come in, I think, as a favorite in that category. If you were to say who's got maybe the early edge on paper, the Thunderbirds controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be a key factor. For the Cougars, they're going to have to find a way defensively to keep the Thunderbirds front six, as far as the Cougars' offensive line, keeping the Thunderbirds front six at bay, because that is a very aggressive defense and a defensive front. Turnovers, penalties, cleaning things up, obviously going to be a key. But as far as execution, the Cougars last week against Pelican Rapids started to execute better as the game went on. They certainly had some moments. They want to try to capitalize on that and get better here today. Both teams, we need to just see some improvements from week one. Main focus is get healthy, be healthy, and enjoy playing under the lights, because this is week two. This is a privilege. They are getting the opportunity, and we're seeing it here tonight.
And we're going to see our opening kickoff from Markison Accounting. Contact Doug Markison, 784-6002. Put Doug Markison, Markison Accounting Service of Ada to work for you. The Ada-Borup-West Cougars will be kicking off, kicking left to right here as we see it, and you see it with the YourLiveEvent.com. Here will be the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds off going right to left here.
Thunderbirds will be receiving the football and going into the wind here. And the wind is not as strong as it was. Gusts are going into the 20s.
No, but it is still there, as you maybe hear through the microphone. Ball is teed up, and the Markeson Accounting Service opening kick is off. We are underway from the 15-yard line, busting up the left side, trying to get around the edge, and brought up to the 25-yard line. That time, Dennis Ashley will take it for Mahnomen-Waubun, and that is where they will start their first drive, 75 yards from the end zone.
Weston Winfrey in on the stop that time on the coverage for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars as the Thunderbirds will come out first down and 10. Cougars wearing the new red and black unis here for home games as well.
Yes, the new ones here.
Sharp
I
unis.
was thinking they were. I didn't.
They look
remember
like
if they
Lake
had
Park
them last
Ottomans,
year.
to be honest.
That is where yes. Trying to figure them out. Tanner Pasnick will be under center for Mahnomen-Waubun to start things off here in this first play of the game. And it will be the quarterback keeper, and somehow he finds free, and he's off to the races at the 50. One man to beat, down to the 40, to the 30, and it will be a diving, trips him up down at the 15-yard line from the 25 to the 15. Evan DeVos saves a touchdown, but a big play on play number 1 for Mahnomen-Waubun.
Absolutely busted. As far as offensively, it was executed to perfection, but the Cougars, too, just absolutely a busted play from their standpoint, Jake. They just lost him. Lost him as he busted through the hole.
60 yards on play number 1, a first down here for the Thunderbirds. They will now come up. They'll send a receiver wide to the right side of the formation. Here with split backs behind Pasternak under center. With the offensive line here is the read option again, and that time it will be the give. And did the ball pop out?
No, it was a very physical play. It did not pop out. Their first on the tackle that time, Jake, for Ada-Borup-West was Trenton Sipp came in and laid the wood on that handoff there. And right away coming in with some physical play in the middle.
All right, so the carry there of no gain. Pasnick again under center, sending a man wide right side, that being Peyton Keyser. He'll be the receiver out there. Run the option, hit right away, coming up and making the stop. There, number
Pasnick, 21.
Yep.
Tackle made by Bo Jorgensen that time for the Cougars coming in on that outside. As Ada-Borup-West, after the first play, they've certainly buckled down here, and Cougars have stopped the Thunderbirds on consecutive plays, bringing up a third down and 10 from the 15-yard line.
So a big opportunity here for the Cougars defense to rebound after that big 60-yard run from Tanner Pasnick on the first play. Keyser will be the wide receiver, wide right side. Tight ends, split backs here, run to the left side. There it's almost blown up in the backfield, but able to get up to the 10-yard line. So picking up 5 yards, cut that distance in half now here for fourth down.
Sipp and Isaac Nelson combining on the tackle that time for Ada-Borup-West as Pasnick does get to the 10-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the play. 10 minutes to play here in this first quarter. A 4th and 5 for the Thunderbirds. Again, a big play on their first play from scrimmage. A bit of a busted play from the defensive side, but a well-executed offensive burst by Pasternak on first down, giving the Thunderbirds a key positioning here, of course. We've got a 4th and 5 at the 10.
Fourth down. Let's see if they follow the two big junior guards there. Will Starkey, Justin Littlewolf here on that offensive line. Here's the turn, the option. They do give it there, up and into the end zone. Touchdown. That time, I even lost track of the ball a little bit, but it ends up with Dennis Ashley. Gets the carry, and he gets the touchdown from 10 yards out on fourth down.
Ashley just diving right up the gut, and again, a huge hole. Thunderbirds executed to perfection on that quick give on the inside with the veer option set. Going into the end zone, Thunderbirds strike first.
So they take the lead here now, going for 2. Send a man in motion, Ashley deep by, and the ball comes loose on the handoff, but then just diving forward is Pasnick in for the 2-point conversion. And with that, the score on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard, Mahnomen-Waubun will lead over Ada-Borup-West 8-0.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Well, our apologies there. Didn't see the flag come out on the two-point conversion, so Mahnomen-Waubun retrying. There was a legal procedure on the offense. They'll try again. Pasnick thrown to the right side, trying to make a play. Intended receiver there on the far side falls incomplete. Looking for Keyser there on the right side of the end zone. So the two-point conversion run is no good after Ashley had the 10-yard touchdown run. Mahnomen-Waubun up over Ada-Borup-West 6-0 on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Do you realize that eye examinations are necessary every 1 to 2 years? Just because you think your vision has not changed does not mean everything is healthy. For your next eye examination appointment, call the Valley Vision Clinic of Ada. Dr. Dave Solsing, 784-4091. Think of how important your eyes are to your daily living. Get your eye examination appointment scheduled soon. Call the Valley Vision Clinic Ada, 784-4091. Dr. Dave Solsing, Valley Vision Clinic, Valley Square Building, Ada. Bruce Visser's with us from Visser Grading. Bruce, we want to get out information and safety reminders during this harvest season. What do you have?
When you're doing your corn and your sugar beets and these fall crops, if the roads need a little extra attention, give me a call, 218-415-0191, and we can come out, get the roads back in shape.
We just want to wish everybody a safe harvest season as well, don't we?
Absolutely. This is a stressful time of the year, and we just want everybody to be safe out there.
Visser Grading, phone number again is?
218-415-0191.
Short kickoff by Mahnomen-Waubun as they come quick out of the break after the two-point conversion pass failed. Up back there for Ada-Borup-West will jump on. They will take over. 9:30 to go in this first quarter. They look to start their first drive of the game.
Talking about some of that smarts in the pregame show, too, with just getting some of the football smarts. The return men for the Cougars were deep back. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds were kicking into the wind, so a lot of coaching going on the sideline to get the special teams to recognize the situation.
Ball going to be marked on the Ada-Borup 34-yard line. Ada Markison under center. He'll turn hand off to his running back and running into a pile there of off the left guard, it looked like, and picking up 4 yards. Good way to start the first play of the game.
Will Starkey in on the tackle, and you may as well get this out of the way right out of the first quarter here. Starkey on the tackle on his 17th birthday for little Will here today.
Well, happy birthday there, too. And Kevin, I'm just going to tell you right now, these new jerseys with the way the lights are, they're kind of tough to read up here, even with that red and black. So.
Well, the red and black is incredibly difficult to read on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Much appreciated by the radio crew.
Yeah. Here's a split back give, and ball pops loose. Ball pops loose, fumble, and who jumps on top of it?
Yeah, so Fetting actually had the football, and it looked as though, Jake, honestly, it looked as though he turned and flipped the ball to Weston Winfrey as he was going down. Winfrey ends up with the football as Fetting got the initial handoff.
And actually gets a yard on it here, so bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for Ada-Borup-West as Ada Markison brings in the play from the sideline. And both teams, a lot of youth there, a lot of sophomores, juniors, just 3, 4 starting seniors between the two teams. Markison back to pass, being rushed, looks to roll out. Now he's looking for room to run. He looks to tuck it, finds some room, gets by. Off of one tackle, gets the first down march just shy of midfield. He'll pick up 11 up to the 49-yard line and a first down for Ada-Borup-West.
In on the tackle, Kurt Belfi and also Peyton Keyser for the Thunderbirds. Great vision by Markison, finding a little space. And right out of the gates, I don't think that was ever really designed for him to drop back into pass formation. I think his plan there was to scramble or to move a little bit, but the pocket started to collapse early, so he got happy feet, but good vision downfield for Aiden Markison in a first down.
Well, Markison last year seeing him running that T formation, so maybe looking running comfortable there. Pro set, split backs, handoff left side, the carry and across the 50, down from the 49, they go to the 48. They're picking up 3 yards on the carry by Cameron Spade.
I believe it was Bo Fetting that time.
Sorry, Fetting there with the 3-yard
And
carry.
Tony Swallofin on a tackle that time for the Thunderbirds. A good form tackle around the legs to bring down Fetting. With 7:14 to play in this first quarter, 6-0 Thunderbirds leading the Cougars. Cougar football, second down.
Send man wide left, 2 guys to the wide right, split backs in the set. Here's a pitch. You're looking to get around the edge. Spaeth will cut it up, and he will be brought down back at the line of scrimmage on that short sideline there. In for the Thunderbirds, Peyton Keyser in on the stop.
Keyser, Will Olson also there as Spaeth tried to cut to the outside, wasn't able to get much. Saw a small gap, tried to cut it up through that gap, but again, good coverage, good man-to-man defense there set up by the Thunderbirds. Did a nice job of focusing in defensively.
6.5 to go in this first quarter. Mahnomen-Waubun leading 6-0. Ada-Borup-West on their first drive of the game, picking up a first down, now facing a 3rd and 7. 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right from the right hash. Aiden Markison under center, turns. He'll give it on a draw play. Here, 2 fed in, and he will claw his way forward inside the 45, down to the 43. A 5-yard gain for Bo Fetting, and setting up a 4th down where likely seeing the Cougars go for it.
Starkey and Anton Bailey in on the stop that time for the Thunderbirds. Good run by Fetting, spun away from a couple of tacklers and was able to create something out of seemingly nothing right out of the gate. So nice job by Fetting to get a few yards. Meanwhile, Thunderbirds hold them. It's 4th down and 2. Cougars will come out. They were 1 for 2 on 4th down last week.
There we go. Thanks for that tidbit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's see if they can go above 500 on this play as they send 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 left, split back formation. Here's they go with the straight 5. They're looking to draw them offline. Then, they do draw them offline, and
Will Starkey
just
he was going for the ice cream and the birthday cake, Jake, and he got a little too excited. You can see he was antsy trying to blitz, and he did. He got a little too excited. He was reaching for the extra cake.
Yeah, and then he said, well, I'm across. Okay.
I may as well make contact with the guy. That's Will.
Yeah. So
Big 17 today.
Yeah. So first down, second first down of the drive for the Cougars as they pull the Thunderbirds off sides. Ball marked up ahead to the 38-yard line. Here again, the offense for the Cougars with Reyes, Zip, Wilprecht, Byron, Jorgensen on that offensive line. The quarterback, Aiden Markison, brings into play. Sends the receivers out to the wide left side, top of your screen. Evan DeVos, Ryan Obenstein, Dustin Olson, Weston Winfrey. Here at the, that's Spaeth out there at the receiver. Here as they're going to give the draw play. No, getting free somehow, finding space, getting up the right side to the sideline, running out of bounds. Aiden Markison gets free, picks up another first down. Here as he's shown the ability to scramble twice in this drive, picking up 2 first downs.
And that's he's growing in 1 week. Markison looked he looked really kind of nervous last week in the first couple of drives, and the Cougars actually had some success against Pelican Rapids early on. Here tonight, a little more confidence, comfortable, running up in the pocket. He got out of the grip of Justin Littlewolf that time, and that's not something that's easy to be done. So a nice drive for the Cougars here, taking time off the clock, as they're fresh 1st and 10 at the Thunderbird 25 on KRJB and video on yourliveevent.com.
Cougars with 4:50 to go in this first quarter. Looking to drive, looking to see if they can tie things up. Under center, Markison back to pass. He's rolling his right, sets up a little flare screen to the right side to Bo Fetting. A little jump cut back to the left side, works his way forward and gets down to the 10-yard line, a 15-yard gain. And that will be a pass there as Fetting was in front of Markison there on the reception.
Keaton Byron unable to play last week for the Cougars. He was in on that lead block on the screen along with Jonathan Wilprecht, the center. Now, that being said, Jake, last week Fetting took 175 yards to the house on a screen, so it's been a successful play for the Cougars thus far this season.
And just 2 games in now, Fetting now with doing some math here, that's 111 yards receiving.
On 5 catches.
Yes. Markison hands off to Bo Fetting. He'll ram it through the middle of the offense and defensive lines. Get down. He will get to the 5-yard line with a 5-yard gain.
And if you're really trying to have some fun at home, the 28 jersey that's being worn by Bo Fetting, I believe Bo was 24 last year, if I'm not mistaken. 28 this year. 28 previously was worn out by brother Braden Fetting. It's also worn by What's the other
Brett
Fetting?
Fetting, I
Brett
believe.
Fetting? I think that's
No,
right. Yeah.
no.
Blake Fetting.
Blake.
Blake Fetting. I knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
I preferred Brett. He was number 4
There.
or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Doesn't matter. He's my favorite.
We still got Brennan Fetting, too.
Yeah, we'll see what he does.
Yeah, split back formation. Here's a read option play. Give it in. Get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Fetting goes into the score from 5 yards out.
Yeah, there it is. Just plunging forward. Bo's into the end zone. Bo knows how to get across the goal line, and the Cougars have tied it up with 3:35 to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Bo was following Bo. Bo Jorgensen there, the right tackle, running behind him.
If you're going to follow anybody on the line, you want to follow Bo Jorgensen.
Yeah, came on last year, played well, and getting the start, he was in the starting lineup due to some injuries at the end of the year last year, but starting here full-time there at right tackle for the Cougars in this one. 3:35 to go in this first quarter. Cougars tied up, looking to take the lead in the 5-yard run. Split backs, 2 receivers right, 1 left. A little cross action in the backfield. Give it to Cameron Spaeth, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. Good. Ada-Borup-West will score the 2, and they'll take the lead at 8-6 the score on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Parents of the students at the Mahnomen-Waubun School District, keeping up with what you need to know is easy. So log on to waubun.k12.mn.us and find out what is happening at the schools. Plus view valuable resources directed towards you at the left-hand side of the homepage. And listen to the Mahnomen-Waubun School News Thursday mornings at 9:05 a.m. on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM.
Here's a few radio highlights to explain West Main Pizza is more than just pizza. They offer a number of pasta options. Penne pasta with red sauce and choice of sausage or beef, and the chicken penne parm. Both are served in a cast iron skillet. They also have traditional spaghetti and meatballs. All pastas include 2 breadsticks with your order. Visit West Main Pizza Ada. Dine in or call for takeout and delivery. 784-3700. West Main Pizza Ada. More than just pizza.
A 5-minute, 55-second drive for Ada-Borup-West. There's they pick up 4 first downs on that drive and go in for the touchdown on a Bo Fetting 5-yard touchdown run. Cameron Spaeth with the 2-point conversion run. And they lead 8-6 over Mahnomen-Waubun. Thunderbirds looking to get the ball back. Here's the squib kick picked up by the front line. Just jumped on top there as looked like Braylon Heisler. Heisler there, the Thunderbird to recover it at the 45-yard line for Mahnomen-Waubun. Great field position to start drive number 2.
All right, here we go. We'll see what the Thunderbirds have. They obviously struck gold with a big play right out of the gates from Tanner Pasternak. Tanner Paz running the ball for the Thunderbirds right out of the gates, a big 60-yarder. So we'll see if the Thunderbirds can execute offensively on that veer right out of the gates here.
Tanner Pasternak, the quarterback, will be under center. Split backs behind him, starting running backs there, Dennis Ashley and Kurt Belfi. Send a receiver out wide to the left side in Keyser. Pasternak, he'll look to run right with the option play. He'll hand it off to the first man through and stonewalled. And did the ball pop out?
Sounds like the ball is loose.
I saw the official throw the marker, and I believe it was covered
Jorgensen.
by, Jorgensen with the fumble recovery. So the give and the fumble, the turnover, and the first takeaway by the Cougar defense on the year.
Well, that's a big one, and Jorgensen takes it away. The Thunderbirds' offensive line had a great push. They were off, but Cougars were able to bust through. It seemed as though right out of the gates there and found a way to get to the ball and poked it free, hampering that handoff, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Cougars off the turnover. 3:25 to go, first quarter. They lead at 8-6.
From the Thunderbird, 45. Will be under center, Aiden Markison. He'll turn, hand off to the first man through, breaking through an arm tackle, breaking through a tackle, coming up, Bo Fetting gets it down here inside the 35, down to the 31, and a 14-yard scamper for Bo Fetting already now here with over 30 yards in this first quarter.
Big tackle there by Justin Littlewolf. That's a touchdown-saving tackle for the Thunderbird defense as Fetting gashes for a first down run.
Clock will run here with the first down, 5th first down of the game for Ada-Borup-West. Receivers 2 to the right, 1 to the left, split back, standing on the 35 as from the 31, Aiden Markison will take the snap, hand through, and defensive end there coming up, looked like that was Belfi. He came up and wrecked it there and able to get the ball carrier down there, no gain.
Yeah, Cameron Spaeth on the carry there. Not much gain, like you mentioned. Thunderbirds crashing in defensively and trying to, really tighten things up a little bit. They've had a couple of bigger plays against them as well, just like the Cougars had against the Thunderbirds on their first drive. So defense trying to tighten up here on 2nd and 10 from the Thunderbird 31-yard line, Cougars football.
Sending 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Split backs for Markison under center. He'll turn. He'll have cross action. Give it up. Fetting going to the left side. So he started on the right side of the formation, went left, and brought down here at the 25-yard line. And we'll bring up a 3rd and about 4.
Cooper Hodak involved in the tackle that time for the Thunderbirds as defensively bent. Certainly did not break that time. Holding back the wall here as a gain of about 4, like you mentioned, Jake.
Well, picked up a 3rd down on a Markison run. Picked up a 3rd down. Actually, it was a 4th down there that they drew the Thunderbirds offside last drive. Here's they send Evan DeVos out wide to the left side. Ryan Hoven wide right side here. And looks like they're
there it is again.
Winfrey there in the slot. And there they do draw the Thunderbirds off. 2nd penalty on Mahnomen-Waubun.
Brock Spala was the one that they were able to, they drug off the entire line, but Spala the one making contact with the center, Wilprack.
So the 5-yard penalty marks it down to the edge of the red zone. Actually, the ball will be marked inside the 20. The tail end of the ball will hit that 20-yard line. So 1:35 to go in this first quarter. Ada-Borup-West, after the turnover by the Thunderbirds on the first play of drive number 2 for them, gave the ball back to the Cougars at the 45. They're now looking to see what they can do in the red zone with 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right side.
And 2 right to the right as well. Winfrey
right,
in the slot.
Winfrey goes slot right. Single back set. Markison back to pass, looking right all the way. Now he's going to look to step up and then scampers outside. Gets a little bit of a chip block and then brought down, finally sprung down. Ball pops loose. Ball pops loose.
Thunderbirds
have it. Thunderbirds trying to advance it. And Kevin, did you have a good view of who got it and how it happened?
Looks like Dennis Ashley was the one to come away with the football as Markison just kind of got spun around. He was trying to fight for extra yards. I'm not sure whose grasp he was in. He did get away from Little Wolf, and that was in and itself a big thing, but he was getting kind of spun around, and I want to say Ashley was the one that poked it free. He ends up with the football, and that's the Thunderbirds taking one away from the Cougars, so we're equal in the take-give.
2nd turnover by the Cougar offense. They had one last week on an interception. Thunderbirds now send Peyton Kieser wide to the left side, well wide. He's way out there on the right side, bottom of your screen as you watch it with YourLiveEvent.com. Run the option play, and the option keep that time. Not a lot of room. Look like a player slow to get up, but we're okay. Everyone's up here for the Cougars there on that one. Ball up here to the 25-yard line, gain of 1.
Cougars going to sub out. We'll see Aaron Sipp check into the football game as Keaton Byron checks out. Final minute of this first quarter, 8-6 Cougars on KRJB Radio and YourLiveEvent.com. From the radio to the video here today, we're bringing it to you with R&J Sports. Glad to have you along, and a decent crowd here in attendance with the limited spectators allowed tonight at Johnson Sports Complex.
Might be the final play of the first quarter. 20 seconds left as the snap is off, and the take up the middle, and a good just straight ahead dive. They give it Pasternak, keeps it, and he will be about a half yard short of the first down.
And this will be the final play of this first quarter.
So we go to quarter number 2. Ada-Borup-West leading Mahnomen-Waubun on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. 8-6 on YourLiveEvent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
Harvest season is a busy time on farms, but don't overlook safety in the rush. Unfortunately, a number of farm workers find themselves in unsafe situations each year when farm machines make contact with overhead power lines. Take note of electrical lines when moving equipment, like portable grain augers and large combines. Inform everyone who works on the farm of the location of power lines and keep farm equipment at least 10 feet away. A harvest safety reminder from your friends at Wild Rice Electric. They care about you and your safety.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks. Open by appointment only. Hillsboro, North Dakota. 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Well, our first quarter of play is in the books here at the Johnson Sports Complex with Ada-Borup-West leading Mahnomen-Waubun 8-6. Here as we bring you the game on yourliveevent.com and also broadcasting on 106.5 FM KRJB. Glad to be here with you for week 2 of the 2020 Minnesota high school football season. Mahnomen-Waubun with the football. They'll have it 3rd and less than 1. Ball here on their 33-yard line. Pasternak will be under center. Everyone up in tight. He's going to keep it himself. Bust through on the sneak and get ahead to the 39-yard line. A little chippiness there down at the end on the backside of the play. But first down for Mahnomen-Waubun to extend their drive.
Guys are playing hard. This is good football, Jake. There's a lot of pads popping and guys out there trying to execute when it comes to the line of scrimmage. That was going to be the battle here tonight, and we're seeing it.
Helped out by that 60-yarder on the first play, but 79 yards now through a quarter and a play for Tanner Pasternak. He'll run the option. He will hand it off here to Ashley on the right sideline, looking to cut back towards the middle of the field, just shy of midfield. And he will be tackled inbounds right in front of the Cougars sideline, up ahead. And will they give him the first down? It's right at the marker.
Both teams bringing a lot of physicality out there, and there's no doubt about it. If you're getting a chance to watch here tonight on yourliveevent.com, you're seeing the physicality, and you're seeing guys go into the whistle here tonight, which is a good thing to see in week 2.
Dennis Ashley, Kurt Belfi, your running backs. For Mahnomen-Waubun, receiver is Peyton Kieser, Cooper Hodek, Will Olson, your tight ends. Tanner Pasternak, the quarterback under center. We'll get to the offensive line after the give to Ashley, left side, looking to bounce it out. Little smooth cut there, back inside. A little basketball juke fake up the left sideline, looking to get around the corner. Can't quite break free, but he'll get the first down as he goes from the 49 all the way down here inside the 35 to the 33-yard line, gain of 16.
He made a hard right juke cut there, Jake. If you're playing Madden or something like that on your PlayStation or whatever, you're giving it a good, R2 button. You're hammering that thing. That was a great run by Ashley there. Eventually brought down by DeVos. That's a touchdown saving tackle. Ashley, very athletic move there.
Will Starkey, Brock Spall, your offensive tackles. Justin Littlewolf, Casey Wadena at guard. Braylon Heiser, the center for Mahnomen-Waubun on that offensive line. There's Pasternak, barks out, look a little jumpy there from the Cougars defense. Now here's a give up the middle and pushing the line forward and finally getting ahead the
Tony
3-yard
Swallow on the carry that time, Jake.
Yeah, Swallow there, he came in last week. There he started at on the guard position.
Correct, yeah.
But then came in, picked up 28 yards and a touchdown.
Absolutely. From guard to back, he's going to be getting the mix here tonight.
So the 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and 6, 9:47 to go in quarter number 2. Pasternak under center. The option play, he'll keep it himself, and it, wasn't a real great spot to go with it, but Bo Jorgensen stonewalls him, holds him up. Everyone comes over, helps clean him up. And it'll be, maybe a yard there. They do give him forward progress.
And Jorgensen was trying to take the football out of the hands of the quarterback, Pasternak, and I think Pasternak kind of regretted the not giving it there on the option handoff. But anyway, did try to get something out of nothing and was able to at least hold on to the football as he was getting it poked. And that's going to be a key, too, is just hanging on to the ball. Guys are going for it. Both teams have lost one, at least, here in this first half.
3rd and 4 for Mahnomen-Waubun, going from left to right here in quarter number 2. Backs split behind Pasternak in the backfield. He'll turn. He'll give to Swallow. And that will be a first down. Should be. Well, they're going to mark him back a little bit. Yeah, it is a first down here for Mahnomen-Waubun.
Yep, they do mark it for a first down. A good run, good execution, good read by quarterback Pasternak to give on that first look.
Yeah, side judge came in and he repositioned himself. And, okay, now that makes sense. Here, Swallow comes off for Mahnomen-Waubun.
Side judge at the bottom of the screen is Phil Hansen tonight.
Oh, you think he knows anything about football?
Maybe.
Split backs, Belfi and Ashley. Pasternak on the option will keep it himself, and Ryan Oven will come over. He's trying to rip that football out, holding on there. Good job by Pasternak. picks up 2 yards.
Yeah, that's the aggressive play. Both teams are just going to rip that football, and I'm saying it's not easy to hold on. And the conditions out there, I mean, it's chilly out here, no doubt about it. So you got to just make sure you have an extra tight grip on that thing, man. You don't want to lose it.
Defense for Ada-Borup-West with Bo Jorgensen, Keaton Byron, Grayson Catlett at the nose tackle, and Sergio Reyes on the defensive end on that line. Here with the Ryan Hoven, Trenton Sippier linebackers. As Pazernik goes under center, looks to run the option, knife it in, making the tackle right away is the aforementioned Ryan Hoven. Did the ball pop out again?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard someone yelling fumble there.
Oh, there was a lot of excitement, but first guy in there was Ryan Hoven. And then also in there was Grayson Catlett too, Jake. He was flying around going for the football. So a very aggressive night defensively for the Cougars, a step up from a week ago, and they struggled against Pelican Rapids. They just simply did, giving up 500 gross yards of offense. So from that standpoint, here tonight, much different look and playing very similar competition, both these teams being in the same section.
Defensive backs for Ada-Borup-West, Weston Winfrey, Evan DeVos, Isaac Nelson, Bo Fetting, Cameron Spaeth. We'll see here on 3rd and 9 what the Thunderbirds want to do, see if they go to that pass game. We do have Pazernik rolling out to his right side. He's going to look to tuck and run, and he's chased down the right side. Gets free, still on his feet, inside the 5, diving for the pylon, and he is out of bounds, back at like the 5.
Great decision by Pazernik to recognize on his rollout that he just had so much space in front of him for sure the first down, plus more. So he went for it. Great run, great decision-making by quarterback Pazernik that time for the Thunderbirds, and they've got themselves in great position now.
1st and goal, as he said, Pazernik just looking out, rolling out. Had the first 3 touchdowns of the year last week through the air. Haven't attempted a pass yet here. So we approach the midway point of this second quarter, just under 7 here with 6:59 to go in this second quarter. A drive that started with 1:01 seconds on the clock in the first quarter here for Mahnomen-Waubun. At the 5-yard line, Pazernik will turn. He'll keep it himself. There, the option there between him and Kurt Belthai, and Pazernik keeps it himself for forward progress up to the 2.
Hoven on the edge, first guy there. He's bringing the wood tonight, coming with some extra hits. Number 10 for the Cougars that time. But again, Pazernik doing a nice job just staying on his feet and driving an extra couple of yards after initial contact.
Following those big guys up front, and Will Starkey, Justin Littlewolf, Braylon Isler, Casey Wadena, and Brock Spalla. Thunderbirds keeping on the ground, and now keeping the ball will be Pazernik into the end zone, good from 2 yards out. Pazernik with the touchdown run, and the Thunderbirds retake the lead.
It's a heck of a drive. I mean, and this is kind of, we've transitioned into a true ground and pound for both teams right out of the gates. Had a couple of big plays on either side, but now it's just grind it and earn those yards. This is a great matchup for these two teams here in week 2 of this COVID-19 season, as we're calling it, but that's a nice drive. Pazernik really did a great job, especially here inside the Cougars side of the field. Great decision-making out of the option.
We'll see what he does under center on the 2-point conversion. He'll turn, and he will keep it himself, and diving for the end zone. He gets across for the 2-point conversion. So after the successful run, it is Mahnomen-Waubun taking the lead 14-8, 6:21 to go, second quarter, on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
One of the main benefits of moving to the Halsted Living Center and Heritage House community is to enjoy every comfort of home without the burdens of home ownership in an environment that offers choices for care assistance, social interaction, group activities, or simply quiet, comfortable living. Another reason to choose Halsted Living Center and Heritage House is to get back to living life through their all-inclusive services and full array of social events, spiritual enrichment programs, recreational activities, and lifelong learning. For more information, call 456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
Thunderbird kickoff, a squibber, and jumped on by the front line of Ada-Borup-West. coming up with the play at Bo Jorgensen.
Yeah. Jorgensen, the one. It's tough. It is tough, Jake, even on the field, seeing the numbers. This the black and red uniform just is tough to catch, man. I'm telling you. But got to hone those in. But yeah, just a squibber by Ashley to kick things off. Cougars recover, and it'll be 1st and 10. We'll see how this drive goes for the Cougars.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, hi, Kevin.
We got Bub in the house. This is great. It's a big night. Big time celeb on the sidelines.
There, ball marked in Cougar territory at their own 46-yard line. 47-yard line is actually where they mark it to start this drive. 6:19 to go, second quarter. Ada Markuson turns, gives off to Bo Fetting. He's going to work his way up to midfield as he slides and then falls backwards to that 50-yard line. Actually, Markham a half yard short there at the 49. Gain of 2 on first down for Bo Fetting. Here he's got the touchdown run for the Cougars, but a touchdown run for Dennis Ashley and Tanner Pasnick for Mahnomen-Waubun. And 14-8, Thunderbirds lead the Cougars in this one.
Not much doing that time. The birthday boy coming in on the stop. Will Starkey makes the tackle.
Split backs, 2 receivers right, 1 left for Ada-Borup-West. They're going to cross action, fake the give to left, go off tackle right side, and they'll get the 1-yard carry up to midfield.
Spaeth gets the call that time, eventually brought down. Looked like Casey Wadena in on the stop that time for the Thunderbirds. So, again, not much doing, and Cougars looking for something here on 3rd down.
3rd and 7. Need to get across midfield. They're down to the 43. Well, they're an inch shy of midfield, so not so much across, but they will spread it out wide with 4 wide receivers. Markuson under center, looking to pass, looking to set up a screen, finds Fetting, but he is swallowed up right away by the Thunderbirds. Will Starkey read it the whole way, expecting it, and then came in and just bear hugged him to the ground.
That's huge. Big physical play, and those are the type of plays that help you win momentum in a football game. Thunderbirds have it right now, leading 14-8, and you make a play like that, and intimidation factor comes into play a little bit too.
Be a loss of 6.
That was a football play, man. I like that. That was good stuff.
Football play.
Oh, football play out there. Playing football.
Loss of 6 brings up 4th down, punt formation for Ada-Borup-West. Here's a snapback. Rush comes diving for it. And a high punt that goes higher than it does farther, then takes a Mahnomen-Waubun bounce back to the 45, and it'll be a 1-yard net punt that time for Ada-Borup-West.
Yeah, it did not leave the foot right. Plus, you have the wind coming back at you. And obviously, you saw we're able to glean that. It went nowhere. And so, great field position for the Thunderbirds to start. And for Cougars, they're going to have to find a way to make a stop here to get back some momentum before we head to halftime with 4:11 to play second quarter. It's 14-8 favor of the Thunderbirds.
Great chance for the Thunderbirds, too, to especially with the Cougars, the option to return the kickoff to start the second half, to go up by 2 scores and build some breathing room. There's Pasnick under center here for the 3rd drive of the game for the Thunderbirds. He'll run the option play, right side, hands off, working his way through past the original point of contact and ahead here just shy of the 1st down marker. Dennis Ashley takes it for 9 yards on 1st down.
Great run for Ashley on that right side. Thunderbirds able to punch through and eventually brought down. Not much doing there, though, outside of the initial run by Ashley. Wasn't able to extend it too far.
There's the Thunderbirds break the huddle. Looking to pick up a 1st down. Peyton Kieser hasn't been involved as a pass catcher yet after catching the 2 touchdowns last week. Here he's out there. Now they're going to look to go him. They're on a little fade route right side. Ball a little bit underthrown. They'll pick up the 1st down, get down to the 19-yard line. It's 17-yard gain for Kieser on the reception from Tanner Pasnick.
Yeah, and it looked like actually was kind of thrown a little bit behind him, but again, you throw it up to Kieser. He's going to go up and jump for it and does a great job there. Ball was thrown exactly where it needed to be, and again, 1st down picked up by the Thunderbirds. First time going through the air, and yeah, you mentioned it. You hadn't done it yet. Here we go.
Hey, Kevin, just a little on-air production meeting there. Mic volume a little bit lower there. I don't know if it's a spot you're in or what, but we'll keep an eye on that.
Huh.
Split formation with Belfi and Ashley behind Pasnick under center. He'll keep it on the option himself, that being Pasnick keeping it, following left side. And he's now inside the 15-yard line and down to the 14 for the 4-yard gain.
I was just trying to block the wind on it a little bit, I guess. Maybe that was the problem.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Don't know.
Yeah. We'll figure
Whatever.
it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, how is that wind doing right now? See the flag billowing there
The
in the
flag
corner.
is still whipping. It's been just pretty consistent, I'll say. It's not as windy as it was at 4:30 this afternoon, but still pretty windy out of the northwest.
All right. 2nd and 6. Pasnick keeps it himself and just jumping on the pile there, the Cougar defense. It's just a scrum in the middle. We got 7, 8, 9 guys there in the middle of the field trying to stop the run, but still positive momentum, getting it down to the 10 with the 4-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 2.
For the Cougars, I should say. Ashton Kesselberg among those in on the stop that time, as again just kind of a dive straight ahead, short gain, 3rd down.
3rd and 2, approaching 2 minutes to go in this second quarter. Thunderbirds with a 14-8 lead on your community co-op scoreboard. Here's Pasnick to keep up the middle, and he will get it, I believe. Yep, he will have it. Here as they move the chains, 1st and goal from the 10 here, now down to the 6.
Thunderbirds going to the south end zone too, so right now the wind is at their back, and taking advantage of that, of course, with the pass play that they chose to throw here on this possession. But one big change, I guess, this year with, of course, limited fans, but here at Johnson Sports Complex, the chain gang's on the opposite side of the field as it usually would be.
Well, yeah, they gotta switch things up. Here, look like Pasnick wants to pitch. Instead, he keeps himself, ducks inside, and picks up the 6-yard touchdown run, his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. And Mahnomen-Waubun extends their lead out, 1:45 to go here in the first half.
It was a pretty easy read from my angle too. Just watching, he had the 3 gap wide open, and he just took it. There was nobody in there for him that was threatening to touch. So well executed by the blockers downfield, and executed to perfection on the veer dive for the touchdown for Pasternak.
Oh, the Thunderbirds going for 2. They're going to throw it left side. It is good for the for the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion pass good from Pasternak to Kieser, and just like that, Mahnomen-Waubun extends their lead, leading 22-8. 1:45 to go, first half, on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Line drive kick by Ashley, picked up on the run by the Cougars. And Weston Winfrey brings it up the left sideline, takes a little bit of a shot, but sets up good field position for the Cougars with 1:39 to go in this first half, trailing 22-8 to Mahnomen-Waubun. We'll start the ball here at their 37-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and for the most part last week, and Cougars did have a big kick return a week ago, as Coach Clark's going to call a timeout here for the Thunderbirds.
We'll take the timeout as well. Your timeout's brought to you by Nick Prothro, Pioneer Seed Dealer in Ada. 1:39 to go before halftime. 22-8, Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead over Ada-Borup-West.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. 0% interest, 0 payments for 120 days on all precision planting equipment. Save your cash flow, book your planter upgrades today with an additional 20% discount on shop labor and trucking. Pay this year or next. No payments, no interest for 120 days on approved credit. Call RDK Enterprises 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Timeouts brought to you by Nick Prothro, Pioneer Seed Dealer in Ada. Mahnomen-Waubun with the lead, 22-8. Got the first score of the game. Then they took advantage of, both teams turned the ball over. Thunderbirds would come back, score a touchdown there on a short field. Then after their defense forced a punt, and a punt that netted just a yard, kicking into the wind for Ada-Borup-West. Again, good field position for Mahnomen-Waubun to start that last drive that capped off with Tanner Pasnick's second touchdown run of the game. They lead 22-8. Ada-Borup-West with the football. 3 timeouts here before halftime. Aiden Markison, he's looking to throw, going deep down the left side. Got Cameron Spaeth, and caught! Should be caught. Did he hold on to it as he came down? He did. He did as he gets across midfield down to the 40. And there, a nice play through the air to start things off for Ada-Borup-West this drive.
Well, that's the thing that Cameron Spaeth can do. He can get up and go for the football. You can throw it up and let him go and get it. You look at flip side, the Thunderbirds have Peyton Keys. They're very similar that can go and do that. I guess big difference is Spaeth being just a freshman and did see some playing time last year as an 8th grader.
25 yards through the air for Cameron Spaeth. 1st and 10 for Ada-Borup-West. Now a draw play. Bo Fetting trying to get away from the grasp of the defense for Mahnomen-Waubun. Casey Wadena was there to grab a hold of him, slow him up, and just a short gain of a yard for Bo Fetting.
Yeah, Wadena and Will Olson also in the mix that time as we get a timeout on the field.
We'll take the timeout as well. 1:16 to go in this first half. Ada-Borup-West driving. They trail Mahnomen-Waubun 22-8 on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
Part of the timeout from Nick Prothro, Pioneer Seed Dealer in Ada. Cougars at the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Sending 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. Lone back in the backfield behind Aiden Markison under center. Markison will take the snap. He's going to turn. He's going to chuck it down left side over the middle of the field. It's caught. It's high pointed and scampering up ahead down to the 11-yard line. Another big play through the air off the hand of Aiden Markison.
Markison going to Cameron Spaeth once again. He gets up. He's fired up. And execution there on the offensive play. So now another timeout as we have 1:10 to play in this first half.
We're back after this on YourLiveEvent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
Keep informed with Ada-Borup School activities, events, and more. Visit the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. You can also listen to Cougar Sports from the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. Click on Explore, click on KRJB, click on Listen Live. Cougar activities with local homegrown radio, KRJB 106.5.
2 big first downs for Ada-Borup-West in a time of 29 seconds. They did have 1 rush attempt sandwiched in between those 2 completions from Aiden Markison to Cameron Spaeth. Cougars into the red zone down at the 11-yard line here, and let's see if they stick up top, throwing over the top here, trying to get in here before the half and cut down on this 2-score lead, trailing 22-8 to Mahnomen-Waubun.
Even more impressive is the fact that they're throwing it into the wind, and the wind is still whipping. I mean, it's not light by any means. The flag's still flying pretty hard.
Spaeth will be in the slot to the left side of the formation. Here's they'll turn, give running play for Bo Fetting.
Flag down.
Down to the 10, and hey, we do see the flag this time.
Yeah, they threw it out there, Jake. Yeah.
Yep.
They had a little toss.
Far side. Coming out right away, you'd imagine they're neutral zone infraction of some sort. Cougars trying to get up the line and go quickly. Got to wait for the officials there to enforce the penalty. They give the procedural penalty to Ada-Borup-West, their first penalty of the day for 5 yards. There, the 1 for Ada-Borup-West, 2 for Mahnomen-Waubun, all 5 yarders, just 3 penalties here in this first half. A little bit of confusion, though, as we're trying to get everything going.
Everybody's trying to decide. They accept it. It's a 5-yard penalty. Walk it back 5 yards.
Yeah, move it back. Got him. Hey, I know it's only game 2, and it's been a weird offseason, but
got to remember the rules.
Those little things, got to remember to stay focused, and you can keep your focus with Dr. Dave Solson and the staff at the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Schedule your regular eye exam. Call today, 784-4091. Throwing here and hit as he throw, or was it a fumble?
Yeah,
it's a fumble.
Ball came loose. I don't think there was a throw. I think it's a loose ball because it was a big-time hit put on by the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, and Casey Wadena coming in and laying the thunder.
So Markison will get charged for his second fumble of the game. That one almost looked like it might be a tuck rule call, but officials say, as Coach Tingham coming out saying, hey, the arm was moving forward. It appeared like he was beginning to attempt the pass. I don't know if he actually had it going forward when he was hit. So officials having a couple words there. Coach Tingham having some more words, and it's going to be Mahnomen-Waubun football.
That's tough. That's a tough thing and there's a reason why in the NFL you have, slow it down to the milliseconds to watch if the hand was going forward or the arm going forward or not. Hard to say. Very physical high school football play, and it ends up being called a fumble, and that's the way it's going to be.
2 wide receivers to the left side, lone back behind Pasternak under center. Here as he will turn, roll to the left side. He throws it on the run and down the sideline. Caught by Ashley. Dennis Ashley up the midfield. Stutter steps and down to the 45. Pushed out at the 43. A big first down for Mahnomen-Waubun through the air. Pasternak to Ashley.
That's a beautiful throw by Pasternak, and Ashley just in the right spot. I mean, just standing there. It was perfectly thrown. Great direction. Executed well by the Thunderbirds. And through the air, Pasternak delivers another dime.
35 yards on the catch and run, and still, I believe, with a timeout left for Mahnomen-Waubun. Here's having the officials' time here. A couple seconds ticked off the clock there, as we're going to have to get that restarted, I believe. 42-9 is what they put on there.
42-9?
Yep. Well, they have 4-6 now. We'll get it adjusted. Get it all taken care of.
This is great clockwork up there.
First game of the year for the guys in the booth too.
Sure is.
Got to work off the rust from last year.
Think about that.
You know? Yeah.
We've got the screen. We've got the screen bug there on yourliveevent.com.
We're
locked into it.
We do. Shows 42 seconds left.
Look at that.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Mahnomen-Waubun. Got to mark down that first down too on the big play.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, 2 receivers flip to the right side. Pasternak going to try the quick receiver screen out to Keyser. He'll catch it at the 45, look to go to the middle field, and he's tornadoed down. There's just round and round they go. Grab around the waist by Ryan Hoven. Bring him down for the 4-yard gain and a timeout called.
A nice tackle by Ryan Hoven on that, as was well executed again, trying to get a little pick screen on that one, but it is in the end 4 yards and timeout taken by the Thunderbirds.
33 seconds remain in this second half. We're back after this 30-second timeout. 22-8. Mahnomen-Waubun leads Ada-Borup-West, your community co-op energy solutions scoreboard.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information at how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
33 seconds left before we hit halftime, and well, coming up at our Lynn Forest Insurance Agency halftime report, we'll get you some coaches' comments right away, and then get you some first half stats and information, and prepare you for half number 2 between Mahnomen-Waubun and Ada-Borup-West. Thunderbirds leading 22-8. forcing a turnover with the Cougars deep in their red zone. And a couple big passes plays put them just past midfield at the 42 as they take it 2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the left side. Pasnick will look like he dropped the football, picked it up, and he'll get across the 45 down to the 44. Clock will tick.
And they gave that time was to Kurt Belfi.
Okay, so Belfi will take it. And back up to the line, they're going to spike it. They're going to spike it to stop the clock with 16 seconds left. So they have a chance here. Can use the middle of the field, can use the sidelines, have a timeout left in the pocket. See what the Thunderbirds come out here. It is also 4th down. So you spike it to stop the clock, but you bring up a 4th down. And, well, Cougars did have those 2 big pass plays, but there won't be a whole lot of time left if they do get a stop here on this 4th down play. Pasnick comes in with the play from the huddle. Ashley and Keyser jog in behind him. Everyone finds their spot, gets the play in. And they're going to send Keyser out wide left, Ashley in the slot left. Belfi will be the lone back behind Pasnick. He'll be under center. 16 seconds left. 4th and 3 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, pump fakes, little hitch and go route. Down the sideline, Keyser just overthrows him, incomplete. And the turnover on downs.
That one put Bub on the field here. He laid down after that one. Keyser had it. Just maybe, I don't know if he ran the route more inside than he needed to or if it was just an overthrow. But nonetheless, Bub was laid out, man. Heartbroken.
Well, let's see who's going to lay out here, what the Cougars are going to do. Here's we do see jog in from the sideline, Aaron Sipp. He's been rotating in some at right guard with Keaton Byron, who didn't play last week because of the injury, I believe, and coming back this week. Here, so 1 timeout left for the Cougars as well. Before we hit halftime, 11.1 left on the clock. 2 receivers right, everyone in tight here on what looks like it's going to be a kneel down formation, and it will be. So kneel it down, let the clock run out. And Ada-Borup-West will trail going into halftime. They have the opportunity to receive the kickoff. Here, Mahnomen-Waubun leads 22-8 the score on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. We'll have our halftime coaches' comments coming up here from United Savings Credit Union as we go down to the field, find Kevin Kochman there with the head coach for the Thunderbirds.
All right, Coach Clark, let's talk about it for the first half. Pretty entertaining first half of play. The Thunderbirds got hot right out of the gates. We were tied up for a little bit there. It was a battle here in this first half. Guys are working it pretty well, though, through the ground game.
Right, it's a tough battle. I mean, both teams are playing extremely hard. I think I like what our offensive line was doing late in the second quarter there. Defensively, we just got to settle down. We're so jacked up and going so hard. We're running by ball carriers. And then we got to make a play on the ball, but definitely a big improvement. I like the effort of our team. Now we just got to settle down and become football players, not just crazy bandits out there.
You got to do that. At the same time, I think both teams are more physical, more energized here tonight than maybe week 1.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the speed of the game, they've caught up to that now, and both teams made some adjustments. So, you know, just it's a game of blocking and tackling, Kev. It's pretty easy, and we've got to continue to do that well.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you, the boys, in the second half.
All right, thank you, Kev.
There's Coach John Clark Jr. joining us with our halftime coaches' comments from United Savings Credit Union. This is your Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report. Mahnomen-Waubun leads over Ada-Borup-West 22-8 on 106.5 FM KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to a caring community of older adults living safely in company with others. Welcome to Benedictine Living Community Ada, with the commitment to senior living that you've come to expect from Benedictine. As a member of the Benedictine organization, Benedictine Living Community Ada can offer personalized care to your loved ones while relying on the support and expertise of a larger network of professionals. We are proud of our community, and we are proud to serve you. We are Benedictine. Learn more at benedictineliving.org/together.
John, Wayne, and Marissa at the Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John Wayne and Marissa at Ben & Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben & Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
When you're on your way to the lake for a day of fishing, no matter what season it is, you need to stop by Bones 113 Bait and Tackle on Highway 113 east of Waubun. Bones carries a great supply of live, fresh bait. He has all of the fishing supplies and tackle you need to be successful on the water. Bones also has grocery items, gas at the pump, off sale, and so much more. Stop by on your way to the lake. Bones 113 Bait and Tackle, Highway 113 east of Waubun. Serving Mahnomen and the surrounding communities for 34 years, it's Brigham and Super Value, your hometown grocery store in Mahnomen. Stop by today. Great weekly specials, delicious fresh produce, along with baked goods that are baked fresh daily, and a fully stocked meat department. Great deals. You'll find them at your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value. Celebrating 34 years, it's your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value in Mahnomen.
With your Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report. It's the Linforce Agency, downtown Mahnomen, also offices in Foston, Bagley, and Clearbrook. Linforce, your insurance source. Well, the first half, Mahnomen-Waubun ends it on top, 22-8. So they receive the opening kickoff. The first play went 60 yards, and then they cashed in a 10-yard touchdown run on fourth down from Dennis Ashley. He gets his first touchdown on the ground this year. Thunderbirds go up as the two-point conversion pass failed, leading 6-0. Ada-Borup-West would come back, march down the field, take advantage of a couple big scrambles by Aiden Markuson and a offsides penalty to give them an extra first down by Mahnomen-Waubun, and they end up getting a bull-fitting 5-yard touchdown run, go up 8-6 after the two-point conversion from Cameron Spaeth was good. Thunderbirds then turn the ball over on their first play. Cougars get it back. They drive down, but they end up turning it over as well. First of two turnovers by Ada-Borup-West in that first half. Thunderbirds take it back, go on a drive that went just under 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 51 seconds. There in the last minute of the first minutes of the second quarter, and they cap it off with a Pazernik 2-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion run was good as well, and 14-8, Thunderbirds with the lead. They would then force a punt by Ada-Borup-West, a punt into the wind there with that wind blowing, and didn't go far, just netted a yard after a bounce back. And a short field for Mahnomen-Waubun. They cap it off again. Pazernik into the end zone, this one from 6 yards out. He's got over 100 yards with that big 60-yarder and two touchdown runs in that first half. The pass was good from Pazernik to Keyser, and they lead 22-8. That was right before the end of the half. Cougars had a chance there with 1:39. They took over. Two big pass plays totaling 51 yards from Markuson to Cameron Spaeth. Got him into the red zone, but then a fumble was ruled. The Cougar coaching staff players are saying, hey, my arm was moving forward. You know, it was a tuck rule, but officials say it is a fumble for turnover number 2 of the half by Ada-Borup-West. Mahnomen-Waubun goes down the field, can't convert a fourth down. They turn it back over. Cougars kneel it out to run out the clock in half number 1. Mahnomen-Waubun leading 22-8 is our halftime score, and this is your Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report. We're back after this. Get you some first half stats, and we'll have some more coaches' comments coming up. All part of your Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report on 106.5 FM KRJB and online with yourliveevent.com.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information and how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
This is John Samdahl with Beta Seed. As the leading sugar beet seed supplier in North America, Beta Seed wants you to be confident in the varieties that you plant in your fields. With industry-leading tolerance to rhizomania and our multi-source varieties, along with strong tolerances to Aphanomyces, Rhizoctonia, Fusarium, and Cercospora, we have what you need. Our Great Disease Package also provides you excellent revenue per acre, a combination you can't find anywhere else. Betaseed.com for more information. Beta Seed, breeding confidence.
Contact your local Beta Seed sales representative, Dan Ness, by calling 218-766-6109.
Back with our Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report. Dave, some things we never lose the track of. We just go right into it. Back at our Linforce Insurance Agency halftime report, Mahnomen-Waubun leading over Ada-Borup-West, 22-8, our halftime score. Let's look at some of our halftime numbers. Starting with Ada-Borup-West, it's a bullfetting with 9 carries, 42 yards on the ground. Cameron Spaeth has 4 carries for 5 yards. Aiden Markinson has toted the ball 4 times, total of 23 yards there, and 60 yards on the ground. There is 70 yards as I double-check my math. 70 yards on the ground for Ada-Borup-West. Through the air, Aiden Markinson was 4 of 4 passing with 2 completions to Bo Fetting for 15 and -6 on a pair of screen passes, total of 9 yards. 2 catches, total of 51 yards for Cameron Spaeth. That's 60 yards through the air, 70 yards on the ground, 130 total offense first half. They turned the ball over twice. For Mahnomen-Waubun here, as we'll have some coaches' comments coming up shortly once I find Kevin there down on the field. But for Mahnomen-Waubun, Tanner Pasternak with 15 carries, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Dennis Ashley with 6 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. It is Belfi there, Kurt Belfi with 1 carry for 1 yard. And also Tony Swaleff with 2 carries for 9 yards for Mahnomen-Waubun. 171 on the ground, 56 through the air on 3 of 5 passing for Tanner Pasternak. 2 catches totaling 21 yards to Peyton Kieser, 1 catch for 35 yards there to Dennis Ashley. 227 total offense, 1 turnover in the first half. As we go down to the field, Kevin Kochman standing by here with our halftime coach's comments here with head coach Paul Tingham for Ada-Borup-West.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake. We got Coach Tingham over here for a quick little chat from United Savings Credit Union. Coach, I know first half physical football game. I think the Cougars are a more physical group here tonight than they were last week. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely more physical than we were last week. I thought we played a really good first quarter. Second quarter, I think we kind of slacked off a little bit there, physicality and just overall. Turned the ball over a couple times. Thought the one was a forward pass, but I guess I'm not the one making the call, so that is what it is. But that's a costly one because you're down there ready to score. But we got to get back to the first quarter intensity. If we have that first quarter intensity, I think we're gonna have a shot here. We got to get the ball. Second half here, we got to go to score. Obviously, if we can go score right away, then I think we're back in the ball game, and it could get interesting. But if we can play like that first quarter and the third and fourth quarters, we're gonna be right there.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for the time. Good luck to you and the boys.
Thank you.
Paul Tingham, head coach, Ada-Borup-West football. Halftime coaches' comments. United Savings Credit Union. Jake, they've got 4 locations.
They do. Tell me where they're at.
In downtown Fargo, Amber Valley Parkway in South Fargo, also on Highway 10 in Dilworth, and on Highway 10 in Detroit Lakes.
Well, that's 4 convenient locations to go check them out. I believe you can also check them out online, UnitedSavingCU.org.
That'd be correct.
All right. Well, hey, that's our halftime coaches' comments. Halftime just about up. Here, Thunderbirds, Cougars. Second half starts when we return on 106.5 FM KRJB and online at rjbroadcasting.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
In the world of farming, you can't afford any unexpected slowdowns, and having the wrong insurance might cost you extra time and money. Timing is everything in farming, and claims are never fun, but when bad things happen, the McCollum agencies are there for you. Through constant communication and advising, we provide a service that others can't or won't match. We believe in keeping the process as easy as we can on our clients. Not only are Joe and David McCollum insurance experts, they have farmed their entire lives. Call Joe McCollum in Detroit Lakes, 844-5970, or David McCollum in Mahnomen, 935-2175 for a free consultation.
Whether it's plumbing or heating, call the professionals with Hoban's Plumbing and Heating, 218-983-3611. Hoban's Plumbing and Heating works with Rheem water heaters, Tempstar furnaces, and they also work with geothermal, northern heat pumps, and they have Northstar water softeners that you can buy or rent. Whether it's plumbing or heating, contact the professionals to get the job done.
Proudly serving the Lakes area and beyond for over 30 years. Please call 218-983-3611.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Halftime report there. Mahnomen-Waubun leads over Ada-Borup-West 22-8 as we broadcast from the Laura Tweeton Thriving Financial Radio booth. And visit with Laura Tweeton today, downtown Ulen. Call 218-596-8228. Set up an appointment there and help to plan for some financial future of yours with Laura Tweeton and Thrivent Financial. Well, here, thanks for joining us again on yourliveevent.com and on 106.5 FM KRJB as we get ready for quarter number 3 between the Thunderbirds and the Cougars. Just gotta type in there, get that scoreboard update, and there, now we're all good to go. Thunderbirds will be kicking off in the second half, kicking from right to left as we see it, and you see it with yourliveevent.com. Cougars back here, standing at their 25, ready to receive. Been a couple of shorter kicks so far for the Thunderbirds in this one, now kicking into the wind. Ball teed up, and here's the kick. A pooch kick picked up by the up back and just diving down, baseball slide down to the 40-yard line. That time has looked like Isaac Nelson, the one to cover it up for Ada-Borup-West and give the Cougars the ball. Good field position here as they start at their own 40-yard line in quarter number 3.
All right, guys, trying to warm things up here out of the halftime too. Jake breaking the huddle and kind of stretching the legs a little bit, and see the guys come out. And offensively, Coach Tinjum mentioned they just want to get some fire here right out of the gate, see if they can't score in this first drive.
Send 2 receivers to the left side, split backs behind Markuson and a receiver to the right side, wide side of the field. It will be Markuson, he'll turn, he'll give, and now going left side, looking to cut back right towards the middle of the field. The give there for Bo Fetting, and he'll jump forward for 2 yards on the first carry of half number 2. Sergio Reyes, Trenton
handing it
Sip,
off to
John
Fetting.
Wilprecht, Keaton Byron,
Picking
Bo
up a couple
Jorgensen on the
play.
offensive line for the Cougars. Cameron Spaeth, Bo Fetting, your running backs. Weston Winfrey, Ryan Hoven, your receivers. Aiden Markison at quarterback for Ada-Borup-West. For Mahnomen-Waubun, Will Starkey, Justin Littlewolf, well, that's their offense. I want their defense. Tony Aswalef will be on the defensive end with Tanner Paznick, Justin Littlewolf, Casey Wadena at the tackles. Brock Spalla, the nose guard. Cougars here tearing it. They run to the right side, staying on the feet, putting the hand down, trying to find some room. Here as Cameron Spaeth will get no yards. Back there to the line of scrimmage there, brings up 3rd and 8. Rest of the defense for Mahnomen-Waubun with Kurt Belfi, Will Starkey, Will Olson, your linebackers, Peyton Keyser, Dennis Ashley, Cooper Hodek, your defensive backs. Here today, starting laps again brought to you by the Norman County Implement.
Wind is significantly less now here as we begin the second half than it was here in the first half of football.
3rd down for Ada-Borup-West. 3rd and 9. 4 wide set. 2 left, 2 right. Markison under center, looking to set up a screen to the right side to Fetting. Gets one block, jumps around inside, comes up the right sideline, gets free. Down, it's a race to the end zone here at the 30, to the 20. Still on his feet. Avoids the tackle and in for the score. Touchdown, Ada-Borup-West. As Bo Fetting, he took one 75 last week, takes one 58 this week. And as Coach Tincham said, let's get a score right away, back into it, and the Cougars are.
Been able to strike, like you mentioned, with Fetting, and this time down the sidelines, it created, had some space, and hit the Jets, and it's a big play right out of the gates. Both teams, I mean, they are totally different here week 2 for these guys. So it's impressive to see how much improvement they've made both ways. At the same time, this is a very even battle. Both teams are just going after right now, and here's a big play. Cougars get a big play, much like the Thunderbirds had a big play in that first half.
Bo Fetting with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And now split backs and going to be an option play. Marcus is going to keep it himself, and he stood up, turned back, and will not get the 2-point conversion. So the Cougars strike first in their 3rd play of the second half. 58 yards from Aiden Markison to Bo Fetting for the touchdown. 22-14 your score on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou does it all. They provide full shop services for your tractors, combines, trucks, pickups, and cars. Their tire department carries a full line of name brand tires, and they've got state-of-the-art alignment equipment. And don't forget about the parts department. They have parts for just about anything, right down to your lawnmower. Call today, 218-935-2774. Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou.
Cougars score. Bo Fetting his 2nd touchdown of the game. First one was a 5-yard run. This was a little bit longer. 58-yard touchdown catch and run. And leading here with 10:22 to go in this 3rd quarter. Ready to kick it off to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds as they look to answer as they did in the first half after the Cougars turnover and got that lead, trying to keep that lead. Right-footed kick is off and on the run, picked up just shy of the 20-yard line. Dennis Ashley will spin off one tackle and then be wrapped up, finds his way to spin around, fall forward up to the 35-yard line for Mahnomen-Waubun to start their first drive here in half number 2.
I've been most impressed with the willingness tonight, Jake, for guys both sides of the football to get after it, make some contact, get physical. Sometimes that can be almost a little bit difficult at times. It's not been the case tonight. Both teams are getting after it, and it's been a football game. There's been a lot of pads popping here tonight.
Offensive line for Mahnomen-Waubun with Will Starkey, Brock Spall, your tackles. Guards of Justin Littlewolf, Casey Wadena. Raylan Heisler is your center. There's the give. Will be up the middle behind Heisler.
Somebody just shot off some fireworks.
Well, you said their pads are popping. Maybe that's what it was.
Pads popping, fireworks going off in the south end zone. Sorry, all of a sudden just like a squirrel come out of nowhere here.
Yeah. 3-yard run for Belfi as he takes the carry. He'll be, Kurt Belfi will be in the backfield along with Dennis Ashley, tight ends of Cooper Hodek and Will Olson. Peyton Keyser, your wide receiver. Tanner Paznick at quarterback for the Thunderbirds. Keyser goes out wide to the left side, split backs behind Pazdernick. He'll turn, fake the, read option. He reads it himself, calls his own number, and no gain back up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Pasternak maybe made the wrong read that time or held on to it a little bit longer than wanted to. Bo Jorgensen crashed in on that one to make the stop. And Trent Sipp also in the mix that time for the Cougars defense. A 3rd and 7 for the Thunderbirds here on their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, Cougars bringing up that defense, bringing 8 up into the box there and going with the 3 defensive backs. Now we'll see what they do as the Thunderbirds send 2 receivers to the left side. Ashley in the slot, Keyser out wide left. Under center, Pasnick will run a wide receiver screen, gets it to Ashley on the edge, gets a block downfield from Keyser, and gets across midfield down to the 46-yard line. Nice 16-yard gain on the wide receiver screen.
Tackle made by Weston Winfrey. Nice play, nice offensive set there by the Thunderbirds, and good to get to the outside edge. Winfrey back playing football for the Cougars. He hadn't played since junior high, Jake. This is his first year back since, I believe, 7th grade was the last time he played.
Yeah, back there on defense right now for the Cougars. Wide receiver, Keyser goes wide right, top of the screen. Out there's Pasnick. The option, he'll keep it. No, he'll hand off. He'll hand off inside carry.
Looked like Swallow that time on the carry.
Yeah, that wearing number 56 there in the backfield throws you off.
Tackle made by Trenton Sipp for the Cougars. He's been in on a lot of tackles. The number 51 has been very active here today for the middle linebacker spot for the Cougars.
And he's one of those guys that, like watching last year in the second half when some of that second unit gets a run, he impresses you. Here is now the Thunderbirds. It will be Pasnick keeping it on the read option. Right side gets around the corner, tucks it down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. And a gain on the play again, 16 yards, first down for Mahnomen-Waubun.
It was a great run. They got out of the arms of Ryan Hoven right out of the gates. Hoven ended up having to chase after the play a little bit, but that was just good to break off that first, shed a tackle, and then find a way to get some extra yards, get to the open field on the right side. Good run, good gain, another first down for the Thunderbirds.
Here Pasnick now with a $134 on the ground. He has 18 carries. He had 16 carries all of last week. On the ball big here today. He'll keep it himself, running again right side and down here to the first down marker. He gets it down to the 15, gain of 12.
Good run that time again. Pasternak made the right call there to keep it, and he's a very physical runner as well. Another fresh set of downs to the 16-yard line.
So Mahnomen-Waubun marching down the field. There's the third play on this drive of over 10 yards. Looking to keep the good times rolling here. 1st and 10 from the 16. Pasnick with the split backs behind him. Wide receiver, Keyser to the right side. Handoff, inside handoff, and Swallow will get swallowed up there inside and just pick up a yard.
He was kind of met immediately in the hole by Grayson Catlett, and then coming in to clean things up was Ryan Hoven coming in, kind of that kill shot type, flying in, taken from the top to bring down the ball carrier. So again, physicality, both teams trying to get that edge here today, and that's kind of how had a sway in the momentum.
Starting defense for the Cougars: Bo Jorgensen, Keaton Byron, Grayson Catlett, Sergio Reyes on that defensive line. With Ryan Hoven, Trenton Sipp, your linebackers. Pasnick, read option, keeping himself, bounces outside, gets away, and in for the touchdown, 15 yards. Tanner Pasnick, his 3rd touchdown run of the game.
Yeah, he just kept bouncing to the outside, and then he found a nice cut in, too, to get around the defenders for the Cougars. Great run, great vision by Pasnick. Had the, of course, correct call to keep on that outside edge, and boy, he just kept seeing it. Found a way to bounce it out into the end zone for another score for 21.
Buck 61, 3 touchdowns on the day. Now we'll see what they do on the 2-point conversion for the Thunderbirds. Pasnick under center, split backs behind him. He will pitch it out to Ashley, who little whoop makes a man miss, then spun down and short of the goal line, so he will not get in for the 2-point conversion. But the Thunderbirds add to their lead, 28-14, 6:27 to go in this 3rd quarter. Thunderbirds lead the Cougars on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Realty can be confusing. That's why it's important to choose a professional when you're buying or selling. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated offers full commercial real estate services, agricultural land sales, hunting land sales, all categories of commercial real estate sales, commercial space leasing, real estate consulting, and real estate investing. Contact Anthony today. 218-261-1137. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit the Lynn For's Agency, Foston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, LynnFor's.com. The Lynn For's Agency, your insurance source.
Thunderbirds kickoff bobbled on the receiving end by Ada-Borup-West. So return there. They will take it at the 33-yard line to start this drive, trying to answer back after the Thunderbirds doubled up. Now the Cougars leading 28-14, 6:25 to go in this third quarter.
I think both teams, both coaching staffs, at least offensively, are pleased with the way that their team started the second half. And again, that ground and pound, Thunderbirds didn't do anything fancy. They just executed, ran their offense. For the Cougars, they needed that big flash. So we'll see what they do on this next possession.
Yeah, ground and pound, keep the clock moving here as we're not even an hour and a half into this game, and we're halfway through the third quarter.
Sounds great.
I'll take it. Two receivers right, one left, split backs for Aiden Markison. He will turn the roll to his right, looking to throw it deep. He's got a man with a step, and Winfrey, it is incomplete as it a little bit underthrown. Had to come back, readjust. Defense got there, and Kieser and Hodek both there to help dislodge that football.
Yeah, and Winfrey, it was the right play, and the right read. Throw just a tish behind. Winfrey, I think maybe even was a little bit quicker to get out there down the field, but Markison put it out there and gave him a chance at it. Just an incomplete pass. And you talk about the speed of the game, and two teams here that have, for the last number of years, completely opposite type of offense. The Cougars have gone through the air quite a bit more frequently in recent years. This year, they're going to stick to the ground more often.
The running back will be in the backfield, and on the draw play, they will turn, give, and just trying to find any room. Bo Fetting will pick up 3 yards here, 2 yards up to the 35.
Just a dive running ahead here for the Cougars coming on that pro set. This is a different look for those who've been following the programs the last few years. Probably, I want to say since maybe 09 or 2010, Jake, the Cougars have gone with that pistol formation and ran a lot through the air. And now this year, of course, going back to that pro set, 2 backs or 4 wide receiver look has been kind of the main stage here so far in these first 2 games.
Yeah, the split back formation, they've had some power formations, but not a lot of split back. Here on third down, throwing passes, intercepted, coming back up the right sideline. And is that Ashley there on the far side? Dennis Ashley with the pick. They're the third turnover of the game by Ada-Borup-West, and the Thunderbirds position themselves to really take control here in the third quarter.
Absolutely. This could be one of those break open type moments in the football game here. And Markison delivering a strike that time, but missing his target in the end. He had a couple receivers, but threw a hard ball, ended up going right to Ashley, right place, makes the catch, and an interception.
So Thunderbirds, Ashley will advance it up to the 34-yard line here in Cougar territory. I formation in close behind Pasnick. He'll turn, he'll give, first man through, that being Belfi, and he slams into the back of his offensive line and gets it up to the 30 for that 3-yard carry.
Aaron Sipp, a late arrival to the field. He comes off the field now as the Cougars get set there defensively. It just maybe a little bit out of sorts to start, but plunge forward, and we're going to see it. The officials having some conversation here. I'm wondering if the Cougars didn't have 12 on the field.
Yeah, flag is down. Clock stops, so they talk things out.
Sipp came running on the field late and then out here too, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was a
count.
Couple adjustments being made as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's 11 out there now,
11.
so my guess is 12. Yeah, with Sipp on the field was 12.
All right. Not saying he was the 12th man, but he was the one that came off.
Right,
you
he
know,
was
got
on
to
and off.
see it, yeah.
Correct. Yep. And that's exactly there. So Nafahu Tahi comes out, and it'll be a fresh set here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe
long deliberation.
Lots of conversation by the officials.
And there it is, the extra man. So mark it there for the first down for the Thunderbirds. That's now their 11th first down in the football game. Here with 5:04 to go in this third quarter, leading 28-14. And to remind you, bringing the game from the Laura Tweeton Thrivent Financial Radio booth. Visit with Laura Tweeton. Call 218-596-8228 to set up an appointment. We'll get everything straightened away with the officials administering the penalty. I heard the firework that time there, Kevin.
Yeah, Amy Johnson's shooting off fireworks over here. Super fan Amy Johnson's got fireworks going right on the softball
There's the
field.
Fireworks from Ashley as he pounds forward and then coming in, big cleanup hit and a little energy there by the Cougars defense as they come up and get the Bo Fetting cleanup of the Ashley run, but he brings it forward for 8 yards.
I don't know if you saw the tackle by Bo Fetting there, Jake, but holy cow. That was a physical play once again. He came in and did the old drive back, and again, both teams not chippy, just physical playing right now, and they're playing football.
Both teams moving the ball. Thunderbirds moving towards that goal line. 2nd and 1 from the 6-yard line. Pasnick under center. Great option. He will keep it himself and duck inside and head to the end zone, virtually untouched. Pasnick with touchdown number 4 on the ground here today. And the Thunderbirds take advantage of the Cougar turnover and build that big lead.
Welcome to the Tanner Pasnick Show, and we're all watching here tonight. Exciting stuff here. He's had a very nice game and setting things up for the Thunderbirds offensively as they open things up a bit here. It's a 3-score ball game now with just over 4 minutes to play in this third quarter, and the execution and points off of turnovers, you know, that's also a huge piece, and Thunderbirds able to capitalize off that interception from Markison.
Going for a 2, Thunderbirds will line up. Pasnick under center. He will keep it himself on the read option. Forward for the 2, gets in on the 2-point conversion run, and Mahnomen-Waubun leads on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard 36-14 over Ada-Borup-West on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
At the Mahnomen School District, their mission is to provide the opportunity for high achievement for all learners, promoting academics, citizenship, and individual self-esteem, with an emphasis on 21st century skills. For more information on the Mahnomen School District and what's going on at the school, log on to www.mahnomen.k12.mn.us. Good luck to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds from the Mahnomen School District.
Yeah, so that's not something you're typically going to hear on this station. But you're also not typically going to hear your bank say, "That's free," or "We're not going to charge you as much as other banks because we don't think it's right." At Midwest Bank, you're not going to hear the typical bank talk because we're not just any bank. MidwestBank.net. Banking your way. Member FDIC.
Visit with Midwest Bank in Waubun, 218-473-2191.
Thunderbirds kick it off after the Pasnick touchdown run, and Ada-Borup-West will pick it up at the 25 and squirt ahead to the 31-yard line to start their drive. 4:05 to go in quarter number 3. They trail 36-14 here to Mahnomen-Waubun.
Well, we'll see exactly what the Cougars come out here, try to do something here after last drive ended in an interception, see if they can answer a little bit here. Otherwise, Thunderbirds have fully taken control in the third quarter, see if they can't push forward here.
See here, offensively, Cougars maybe if they go up tempo. They've had some early success through 1.5 games on the year now through the air. Here as they will give in the backfield, swallowed up right away back to the 30-yard line. Will be a loss on the play for Bo Fetting. Loss of 1.
Now Thunderbirds coming in, and now they've kind of asserted the dominance on the line of scrimmage, certainly taking control there. And you see the guys up front. Little Wolf's been very active as of late. Swallow's been active up front as well, and getting some strong play from Will Starkey throughout the ball game as well for the Thunderbirds up front.
So Markusen brings in the play for Ada-Borup-West. And they started the second half with a 58-yard pass play on third down on a screen for a touchdown. But then with a turnover sandwiched by 2 Pasternak touchdown runs, they find themselves trailing by 22. Markusen running for his life, and he will throw it away. Incomplete pass as he had no time, and
we're going to get an intentional grounding. Flag comes out. Jake, he was dead in the pocket and threw it away to nobody. So, and there was no receivers in the vicinity there. So another penalty on the Cougars.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell as he was rolling away if he got out of the pocket, but good eyes there on the sideline, Kevin.
Thanks.
Spot that.
Yeah, it's not been something of my strong suit tonight. Trying to maneuver. One of the things that we're going to have to figure out throughout this whole gotta wear face masks scenario on the sidelines is when it gets to be cold temperatures and the extra fogging that goes in. So I went with the contacts tonight, and we're fighting those a little bit here. I might have to go in to see Dr. Dave Solsing. Refocus here tonight.
We'll find you something.
Oh, you can figure it out.
That's right. Well, so after the penalty, mark it back to the 11-yard line here, and they need to get the first down up at the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 31. There's Markusen back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's grabbed around the shoulders, gets away, but then grabbed again and brought down for the sack. Getting there in the backfield for Mahnomen-Waubun. Looks like Quana Tanika there for the sack for the Thunderbirds.
Tonika and Starkey in on the stop, and Cougar coaching staff not pleased as Starkey came in towards the end to help finish off, and yeah, Markusen's coming off the field. Might have a couple of cobwebs here to clear out.
And 4th down, so punt formation. This time the Cougars get to punt with the wind. Only other punt today was into the wind. Only went a yard. So they will take the opportunity here, but should be great field position. 4th and 33. There's a snap back, and from the goal line, the kick is off. It will bounce at the 36-yard line. Out of bounds on the Thunderbird sideline and walking it up to the 37. So a punt there, netting 26 yards for Ada-Borup-West as they kick it away. Thunderbirds, again, will start with a drive in Cougar field position.
They certainly will, and with 2:27 to play third quarter, you're up 36-14, and for the Thunderbirds, you put another one on the board here, and it's one of those demoralizing type moments in a score. So see if they can't take care of business with what they need to do with their task. And they're also, of course, you've seen the offense. You know it. They can drag it out here and run things as they need to, 3-4 yards a crack. They've been able to assert that dominance here in this third quarter.
2:27 left in this third quarter. Thunderbirds under center will be Tanner Pasternak. He will keep it and brought down right away. They're making the stop on the far side. Was that Sip coming up again?
Yeah,
yep,
absolutely. And Trenton Sip and Will Starkey have been having a night tonight between the number 51 sharing the number, but they've kind of had each other's number going back and forth. And Trenton Sip, it's been bringing the best out of him. He's been real active here tonight, as we've been talking about.
He's a linebacker there, along with Ryan Hoven in the 4-2-5 defensive alignment for the Cougars there with those 3 safeties rolling a guy up. There's a read option play, handoff, first man through, and tackled down.
Swallow on the carry that time and brought down by the Cougars, Sergio Reyes, who's also had a pretty nice night with some activity and some physical play out there.
A 4-yard run by Swallow. Here with a 90 seconds left in this third quarter.
Wind out here, Jake, just giving you a quick field condition update. Wind is still pretty persistent out of the north-northwest. One thing that is noticeable, though, is the temperature has dropped considerably.
Is it a little chilly down there?
There's a little chill in the air.
A little chill down there.
Yeah, see the breath now.
All right, third down for Mahnomen-Waubun. They will hand off. Swallow. He will drag the defense forward after initial contact. Good run on third down and be just shy of the first down marker. Needed 7, got about 6.
And on the tackle that time again was Sip. Also in the mix that time was Jorgensen for the Cougars defense, as we are seeing the final minute of action here in this third quarter and a fourth down for the Thunderbirds.
They'll come out on fourth down. Can continue the drive into the fourth quarter. Pasnick with the split backs behind him under center. Turn, and he will give it here to Swallow. Makes a man miss and into the end zone. Swallow showing some agility out there. Gets the 26-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown on the year. And Swallow making it look fancy out there for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, not bad for a right guard to be able to dodge and duck and dip and dive out there, doing some juke moves for a right guard to play in the backfield, do that. Swallow proving that linemen are there. They are athletes too, Jake. They sure are.
Well, they're some of the best athletes.
Yeah, you know.
I wouldn't know about being an athlete.
You know about being a lineman.
So after the 26-yard touchdown run, Thunderbirds going for 2. Pasnick will turn. He will keep it himself in for the 2-point conversion run. Good. And on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard, the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds lead the Ada-Borup-West Cougars 44-14 on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 FM KRJB.
Norman County Implement 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil. In effect now, the early order programs on Amity beet lifters, Woolrich field cultivators, and Amity air seeders. Take advantage of these early order programs, special financing, and savings. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada has one remaining new versatile Delta track. Call for pricing and huge price discounts and financing programs. They thank you for your business. Highway 9 North Ada, Norman County Implement.
The fall season is a perfect time to visit Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. Rent a cabin for the weekend. Take in the beautiful fall colors. Experience excellent fall fishing on North or South Twin Lakes. And of course, the friendly faces and the delicious food at the lodge. Call today, 218-935-5745. Pinehurst Resort, located on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash.
Mahnomen-Waubun ready to kick off, leading 44-14. There's the squib kick to the front line of the return team for the Cougars. Just go down, pick it up, and Ada-Borup-West will start here on the 48-yard line.
Not bad. Ryan Hoven's your front line guy to be a hands guy. And he wasn't even expecting, that's not their hands return team, but Hoven's just a front line guy on the kick return. Not a bad one to have.
Yeah, he's got some hands.
A receiver quarterback.
Yeah, little baseball player too, so he knows how to field those hoppers.
Sure can.
That's right. That's right. Here, jogging in from the sideline before this play here, we got Aaron Sipp coming in on that offensive line.
Better count the hats out there.
Yeah, well, count them up then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cougars trailing 44-14 to Mahnomen-Waubun. Tanner Pasnick with 4 touchdown runs. Dennis Ashley got one to start things off here, and it was Tony Swallow to get the last one here for the Thunderbirds. Bo Fedding's got both scores here today, one on the ground, one through the air for Ada-Borup-West as the handoff to Fedding on that left side. He's just doing a lot of work, but can't get away, can't find those creases. Here, no gain here as he's brought down on the carry.
Bo had to do a lot to get nothing on the play, and I could hear the familiar voice of Bob Larson across the way saying, gentlemen, talking about the Thunderbirds. Nobody wanted to tackle low. They all wanted to tackle high, and Fedding just kept spinning out of it.
Well, let him talk to him during the quarter break as we head to the fourth quarter. Mahnomen-Waubun leads over Ada-Borup-West 44-14. Your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard on 106.5 FM KRJB and online with yourliveevent.com.
When that home improvement list gets too long, the guy to call is Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe does new construction, remodeling, additions, windows, siding, and roofing. When that to-do list gets too large, the man to call is Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Cougars roll out pass dumped off to Cameron Spaeth on a little flare screen to the left side. He will work his way back to the middle of the field, and right on the left hash mark will be brought down at the 43-yard line. Gain of 6 through the air from Aiden Markison to Cameron Spaeth on the first play of quarter number 4.
Thunderbirds doing switch sidelines here, Jake, and Thunderbirds doing some movement on the fly. They were talking just out of that play. They were short or kind of messed up with their alignment, so getting that realigned and see if that makes a difference on this play as the Cougars break the huddle, 3rd and short.
2 receivers left, 2 right, single back behind Markison under center. He'll hand off Bo Fetting. He will plow forward on 3rd and 1, get his way all the way down to the 36-yard line, picks up 6 yards, picks up a first down from Mustang Seeds. Call Jay Merkins at 218-415-0987 or Scott Scooter Erickson, 218-368-5314. Mustang Seeds, planting your future. Call them for corn and soybean seed with Mustang Seeds.
Brock Spala was in on the tackle, and we have an injured Thunderbird on the field.
All right, we'll take a timeout as we attend to him. 11-12 to go in this fourth quarter. Mahnomen-Waubun leading 44-14 on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard on 106.5 FM KRGB and online with the live video stream at yourliveevent.com.
Do you realize that eye examinations are necessary every 1 to 2 years? Just because you think your vision has not changed does not mean everything is healthy. For your next eye examination appointment, call the Valley Vision Clinic of Ada. Dr. Dave Solsing, 784-4091. Think of how important your eyes are to your daily living. Get your eye examination appointment scheduled soon. Call the Valley Vision Clinic Ada, 784-4091. Dr. Dave Solsing, Valley Vision Clinic, Valley Square Building, Ada. Bruce Visser's with us from Visser Grading. Bruce, we want to get out information and safety reminders during this harvest season. What do you have?
When you're doing your corn and your sugar beets and these fall crops, if the roads need a little extra attention, give me a call, 218-415-0191, and we can come out, get the roads back in shape.
We just want to wish everybody a safe harvest season as well, don't we?
Absolutely. This is a stressful time of the year, and we just want everybody to be safe out there.
Visser Grading, phone number again is?
218-415-0191.
Ada-Borup-West runs a reverse out of the timeout. And will be Weston Winfrey getting the carry.
First carry of the season for Winfrey, and the injured Thunderbird out of the break here, out of the timeout as well, was Will Starkey. I'm not sure what the scenario was, but he's coming over to the sideline. They're working on, looks like his right leg. Nope, left leg.
All right, so it will be 2nd and 9 after the carry. Ryan Hoven goes out wide to the right side. Winfrey will be in the slot left side, along with DeVos out wide left. Inside handoff there to Fetting. Bo Fetting, a little stutter step to get by, and then finally spun down inside the 15, down to the 10. 25 yards, a first down for Bo Fetting and the Ada-Borup-West Cougars.
He's twisted up a little bit, slow to get up. He's kind of hobbling quick. He got spun down, and a nice tackle that was made, if I'm not mistaken, there by Peyton Keyser of the Thunderbirds.
All right.
Starkey comes back in and checking out here in a quick substitution for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a cramp there for him there. They worked on during that timeout. That timeout, by the way, brought to you by Nick Prothero, your Pioneer seed dealer in Ada. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, split backs behind Markison. He will turn and hand it off, gets swallowed up right away. No gain that time, and there looked like Will Starkey back in and making a play.
Yeah, junior Will Olson that time making the stop, but Starkey was definitely in the mix, but Olson there to bring down the ball carrier.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11, 9:40 to go in quarter number 4. Mahnomen-Waubun leading 44-14 over Ada-Borup-West. It's the 3rd meeting between the two teams. Thunderbirds took it in 2018, part of that undefeated state championship season. 30-14 that score. Last year, Ada-Borup-West 47-12 in a game that just a lot of weird things happened last year. And you and I were both at that game, and it was an unusual way that game unfolded.
It was a momentum shift, and it was crazy.
Markusen back to pass, being pressured and coming up and nearly untouched. Able to get there. Justin Littlewolf hunts him down. He'll get a half a sack there as he shares it with his teammate, but second sack of the game.
Kurt Belfi and Justin Littlewolf came untouched, and I was afraid on the sidelines. I mean, I looked at Tommy Tutone and Dave Peterson. They were running 50 yards away for the play. They were so nervous.
Well, I can see Dave running away from a little kitten.
Well, I know, yeah. Dave, it could have been a kitty coming at you. Tommy, it was, sign of the cross, here we go, Wednesday night.
All right, 3rd and 20 from the 21. Here's Markusen, will give it off on a draw and carrying it forward, still on the feet, still move, and get it down to the 16. There's coming up, there's signals from the Thunderbirds there. Will Starkey was pointing the other way, no, that's only 3rd down, not 4th down. Got to make one more stop out there.
It's a whole thing. Both teams are jawing a little bit. This is a fun rivalry. I don't know.
It's a good rivalry.
It is, and it's eating at some people here in the spectators. I'll tell you that. It's okay. It's all right, but it's just been fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. And for the third matchup, now the rubber matchup going the way of Mahnomen-Waubun this year.
There was talk of a traveling trophy. I don't know if that ever materialized.
Well, how's it going to travel? All games have been played in Ada.
Well, there's truth to that, yeah.
Pass to the left side, overthrown and nearly picked off. Intended receiver down the left sideline. Looks like Spaeth. Incomplete pass from Markusen and the turnover on downs.
We'll see some fresh bodies, it looks like, for the Thunderbirds here, too. We're going to keep an eye on that. Some new folks getting a chance to come in and work off. Game that was played earlier started at 4:30 here this afternoon. They had running clock for both halves, and was some action for everybody get to play here on a Wednesday.
All right, clock will stop as the timeout taken. Timeouts from Nick Prothero, Pioneer Seed Dealer in Ada. Mahnomen-Waubun leads 44-14 over Ada-Borup-West on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. Listening on 106.5 FM KRJB and watching on yourliveevent.com.
Parents of the students at the Waubun-Ogama-Whiter School District, keeping up with what you need to know is easy. So log on to waubun.k12.mn.us and find out what is happening at the schools. Plus view valuable resources directed towards you at the left-hand side of the homepage. And listen to the Waubun-Ogama-Whiter School News Thursday mornings at 9:05 a.m. on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM.
Here's a few radio highlights to explain West Main Pizza is more than just pizza. They offer a number of pasta options. Penne pasta with red sauce and choice of sausage or beef, and the chicken penne parm. Both are served in a cast iron skillet. They also have traditional spaghetti and meatballs. All pastas include 2 breadsticks with your order. Visit West Main Pizza Ada. Dine in or call for takeout and delivery. 784-3700. West Main Pizza Ada. More than just pizza.
Over the timeout, Thunderbirds doing some flipping, doing some flopping. Dennis Ashley running at quarterback here. Kevin, who else we got out there on the sideline?
We got Nikawa Fortier checking into the football game. He'll sub in for Tate Ossie. Also on the field is Braxton Quall. He enters the game for the Thunderbirds. Also 25, Jaden Lyons is out there. I've got a 67, Brock Spala out on the field right now. 71, Braylon Heisler out on the field. A number of others that we're going to get the names out here, as well as the Thunderbirds and Cougars switching up their rosters.
All right, so Dennis Ashley, the sophomore, goes from running back to quarterback here late in this one. Hands off. Flake comes in the backfield. Multiple flakes coming in.
Gonna get a face mask, yeah.
Yeah.
Pake Leaseth got a hand on the face mask there of Jaden Lyons and spun him around. So, I want to say unintentional, but one of those scenarios just happens. Mark Bunker also on the field here for the Thunderbirds.
We got Scotty Thomas up here throwing chairs.
What's Scotty Thomas? What is it, WWE? Wednesday Night Raw? Is that what happens tonight?
Yeah, Wednesday Night SmackDown.
Burke's not even here for this. Dave Peterson's here, though. Woo!
What's it?
Got a Tyson MacArthur sighting out there.
Yeah. There's he's heading down though. It's just Scott. They left Scott up here all by himself. He's got a man at. He's got a man at all by himself now.
Dominic Lyons also out on the field for the Thunderbirds.
Oh, having fun.
Also, yeah, I believe that's. Oh, see, I think Dawson Darko's out there too, if I'm not mistaken. I got to get a better look at that one.
All right, here will be Ashley handing off there, and then throwing a little bit of a block too, and handing off there to Jaden Lyons. He will spin forward after that penalty, moved it up to the 36-yard line. Lyons will advance it up to the 40-yard line with the 4-yard carry.
Grayson Catlett out there for the Cougars, also out on the field. Paik Leaseth, as we mentioned, also out on the field for the Cougars is 78, Ethan LaRue. 9, Lance Kritzberger on the field. 35 is Austin Tovar. He's out there for the Cougars. We also have 19, Wyatt Larson, quarterback last week in the fourth quarter for the Cougars. He's out at safety.
Quarterback in the fourth quarter for the Thunderbirds is Dennis Ashley. He will keep it himself on the option play. Squirts outside, back to the middle of the field. He splits the defenders down up to the 30 to the 25. Puts a little stiff arm out at the 20, but brought down. Good tackle made in the open field. Big run from the 41 across midfield and all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Dustin Olson making the big tackle out there for the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, a touchdown-saving tackle, as Landon Lumen also mixing in here for the Cougars' defensive line.
43 yards for Ashley on that play. That will put him right on the brink of 100 yards. He's at 98 here today, plus he had that first touchdown of the game to get things started off. First down for Mahnomen-Waubun from the 16. Ashley brings him up to the line of scrimmage, split backs behind him. He'll keep it, and he will plow forward, and there, hit the century mark as he'll go from the 16 down to the 14.
That was actually Carter Clark on the carry that time. The quarterback is Carter Clark now, number 2.
Oh.
And that would be, Carter would be, that'd be John's kid.
So Carter there in, he will get the 2-yard carry.
Pretty sure Carter's middle name is Tiger. These are things.
Okay.
These are things.
There we go. I did not know that.
Pretty sure.
There.
If memory serves.
Well, knowing you, memory serves all right usually. Usually. Here, Clark will keep it himself on the option play as he will slip forward. They're following his blockers up front, just holding on tight to that football. That's what coaches want to see now. Don't drop it. Don't put it on the ground here at this stage in the fourth quarter. Here with 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 44-14 our score.
Gabe Mertz checks in for the Cougars as well now, defensive line. Also mixing in, I do see Aaron Sipp out there right now.
Yeah, some faces jumping in, jumping out. You know, for a very young, well, both teams are very young as far as a lot of sophomores, juniors on the roster and playing minutes. Late game reps, very important here, no matter what the score is. Clark under center. He will turn. He will do a little flare out here, and Lions, ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. It's a fumble, and it is picked up by the Cougars.
Yeah, it looks like jumping on top of the football here is going to be a 9. That is Lance Kritzberger, the freshman for the Cougars, picking up the football as Cougars will have it first down and 10. Also out on the field was Daniel Waltz for the Cougars. He was out there on the play, and now we're going to have a timeout as the Cougars are going to look to set their offense, and Thunderbirds will set up their defense.
Timeouts from Nick Prothero, Pioneer seed dealer in Ada. Ada-Borup-West will have the ball when we come back. They trail Mahnomen-Waubun 44-14 on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Harvest season is a busy time on farms, but don't overlook safety in the rush. Unfortunately, a number of farm workers find themselves in unsafe situations each year when farm machines make contact with overhead power lines. Take note of electrical lines when moving equipment, like portable grain augers and large combines. Inform everyone who works on the farm of the location of power lines and keep farm equipment at least 10 feet away. A harvest safety reminder from your friends at Wild Rice Electric. They care about you and your safety.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Part of the timeout from Nick Prothero, Pioneer seed dealer in Ada. It is the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds leading the Cougars 44-14. After the turnover by the Thunderbirds, Cougars will take it, and it will
We got a fumbled snap right out of the gates here. Looks like the Cougars have recovered it, though, Jake.
Little scrum there, and we've got quarterback. Is that Wyatt Larson back there again?
Sure is, and it was Dustin Olson recovering the fumble.
All right, so they will keep possession here, and what other names can we jump out there on offense here with the switches being made?
Well, I can see that there's a number 54, and Aaron Sipp out there. I see a 63, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I don't see a 63. I thought for a 53, that's Ashton Kesselberg. There we go. See a 73 out there. That's Grayson Catlett. Olson, Dustin Olson mentioned. Also 18, Hunter Sanchez. They're split wide to the right.
There's the play. Will go run to the right side, and short gain that time for the Cougars. And Lance Kritzberger that time totes the rock. He'll bring it forward and pick up about 2 yards.
Paik Liseth also out there, number 60 for the Cougars, as they shuffle in a few different bodies offensively. For the Thunderbirds, a fresh, see if I can get any fresh numbers out there. I see 57. Tanika is out there. Also, we got 84 Tate Osiot. I think we've most mentioned already. 58 also out there is Matt Littlewolf, getting his name out there too.
3rd and 6, and the fumbled snap. And did the Cougars jump on that?
I am unsure.
I think they did.
Yeah, it looks like Wyatt's got it again. Also out there for the Cougars, 80 Trevor Neisen. He's out on the field. We've got, I believe, 50 Mike Weaver is out there. 69 Mark Bunker on the field. Double deuces, John Refshaw out on the field for the Thunderbirds.
Hey, we got a minute 50 left in this 8A matchup. We have a final in 8A. Polk County West defeats Red Lake County 12-8.
Oh boy.
Up there, Polk County West gets the road victory.
How about that?
Yeah, next week the Cougars will face Polk County West, and then in 2 weeks, Mahnomen-Waubun faces Red Lake County.
How about that?
They go to Pelican Rapids next week. Here on 4th and 7, it's going to be a rollout. Quarterback looking for the sticks and putting the shoulder down and getting there. Should get there. We'll wait for the spot. Wyatt Larson will get the 8-yard carry for the first down.
They pushed out of bounds by Dominic Neisen for the Thunderbirds. Next week's game on Gold 101.5 KRJM, Thunderbirds Pelican Rapids, should be a dandy football game.
That really should. Last year, Pelican runners-up in 8AA to Barnesville. Mahnomen-Waubun last year fell in that, was it triple overtime?
Yeah.
To Polk County West, who then
semifinals.
Lost to Ada-Borup-West in the championship game there for 8A last year. So the last two Section 8A winners here tonight. We haven't even talked about that.
No, we didn't need to.
No. 1st and 10, and the whistle here before the play gets going. So before that play starts, we'll remind you that last first down from Mustang Seeds. Visit with your local sales representatives. Jay Merkins at 218-415-0987 and Scott Scooter Erickson at 218-368-5314. Corn and soybean seed available with Mustang Seeds.
Hearing Jorgie scream across the field makes me happy.
Oh, well, you know it's fall football season when Jorgie's screaming across the field.
There's something about the lights on a football field and hearing Jorgie across the field coaching. That's good stuff.
It is. And, well, with a minute 22 here, there's stuff to work on for both sides. But really, I think both teams have to be, despite the score, pleased with a lot of things that they saw out here for game number 2.
I think so, Jake. I really do.
Wyatt Larson under center. He'll turn, hand off, coming up the left side, squirting to the outside. And Kritzberger? No, not Kritzberger. That is Daniel Walls.
Yes.
Daniel Walls will get the carry.
Absolutely. You talk about, I think, things that both teams are going to take out of this was the physical play and turning up the notch, turning up the intensity. There was fire, there was energy coming from both sides, and I thought that, after watching the Thunderbirds in Warroad last week and then seeing the Cougars at Pelican Rapids, I think the energy and just that fire was here tonight for both teams that might have been missing a little bit last week.
Handoff, tripped up in the backfield. And that will be a loss on the play. Kritzberger gets tackled back there.
Also, it sure is nice to see these guys smiling, and I've noticed that in our coverage of the fall sports, whether it was cross country, which wrapped up today in Minnesota for sections, but then football, now these last 2 weeks, and then volleyball too. The amount of smiles and the happiness of getting the activity back for the kids and for the communities is a real good thing.
Should be the final play here on 3rd and 9. Will be Larson keeping it, trying to get around the edge. He gets away from one tackler, squirts to the sideline, and he's brought out here. And, well, there will be 6 seconds left here before this 4th down play as he is knocked out of bounds after the 2-yard tote.
Hit hard, again, physical. Even the second, third wave of guys coming out and laying some wood tonight.
Yeah, and you always feel it a little bit more on a cold night like this.
Sure
but
do.
Still, kind of feels good when you get popped like that. Kind of clears you out.
Tell you what, there's some life, and it's something else. And
get that blood rush into that spot, make you feel warm.
Well, yeah, and you don't really, you haven't really lived until the snot come flying out of your head because of a hit, Not saying you got hit in the head, not saying anything vicious, just saying.
No.
Bodies aren't meant to do that,
So 4th and 5 with 6 seconds left. Cougars will hand off, give, and up the gut here to the 45-yard line, picking up the first down, but that will be the final play of the game. There is able to get forward, and the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds will go to 2-0, defeating the Ada-Borup-West Cougars 44-14, the final score on our Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game report coming up when we return on 106.5 FM KRGB and with YourLiveEvent.com.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
One of the main benefits of moving to the Halstead Living Center and Heritage House community is to enjoy every comfort of home without the burdens of home ownership in an environment that offers choices for care assistance, social interaction, group activities, or simply quiet, comfortable living. Another reason to choose Halstead Living Center and Heritage House is to get back to living life through their all-inclusive services and full array of social events, spiritual enrichment programs, recreational activities, and lifelong learning. For more information, call 456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Welcome into our post-game report with the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds defeating the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, final of 44-14 here as the Thunderbirds go to 2-0. Cougars fall to 0-2 on the year. This is your post-game report from Home Crown Realty. As we go to our game summary, it was the Thunderbirds striking first. First play, they'd go 60 yards, get it inside the red zone, then cap it off with a Dennis Ashley 10-yard touchdown run. Would go up 6-0. Cougars take a lead at 8-6 when they respond by driving down the field, converting a couple third downs, and both heading with the 5-yard touchdown run. But then it was points from the Thunderbirds, and Tanner Pazernik there as he gets 2 touchdowns in the first half, part of his 4 in the game. They lead 22-8 at half. He adds 2 more in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Bo Fetting with a 58-yard touchdown catch to start the third quarter. End of the third there as we go up 36-14 and then 44-14 when right before the end of the quarter for Mahnomen-Waubun, Tony Swaloff finds his way free, a little juke move to get in from the 26 yards out to cap the scoring after the 2-point conversion run was good. 44-14 our final scores. That's our game summary here on our post-game report. Let's go back down to the field here as Kevin Kochman stands by with some of our players of the game.
All right, we got Tanner Pazernik going to join us. Heard his name a few times here this evening. And Tanner, first off, congrats. Talk to me about this one here tonight. Just week 1 to week 2 and a short week to prepare for this game. Just your thoughts here as you guys were able to come out and execute.
Our old line did very good. Came out low and hard, and just the play calling was pretty good.
You feel that your team improved from week 1 to week 2?
Yes, very much.
What was the biggest change? Because I know last week you guys threw the ball and you went up against a Warroad team that, there's maybe not so much of a rivalry, things of that nature. Was anything against, the playing of the Cougars tonight make a difference in this one?
No, not really. We just came out and played, did our best.
How much fun are you having playing football knowing that, this season may not have happened?
A lot of fun. It's been fun this year.
We talked about play calling. I heard a little bit in the huddle, and the plays don't change a ton because you run an offense and you execute, but the midline was working tonight, right?
Yes, it was.
Is that your favorite play call when you get that one?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It showed tonight. As far as the physicality tonight, did you notice a change in your team's physicality or nature of the game tonight too?
Yeah, we came out hard.
Kind of just amped up a little bit?
Yep.
All right, good stuff. Well, next week, big game against Pelican Rapids, tough football squad. I'm sure you're excited about that too.
Yes, very much so.
Every time you get a chance to play. Tanner, congrats. A great game for you and your team. Enjoy this one.
Thank you.
You got it. Tanner Pazernik joining us for the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. We'll also talk to Dennis Ashley, who had a very nice game here tonight. A little bit of everything for you, Dennis, from receiving to passing or getting, I guess, under center and running the football. How do you feel your team performed here tonight in the 44-14 win?
I feel like we did a lot better since last week. Our O-line's starting to fire off the ball, get low, a lot better than we did.
Having some normalcy with football, is this making this year a little bit more enjoyable for you?
Yeah.
What was it like to get the decision? That hey, we're gonna have a season.
It's fun because I love football, so it's always fun.
Seems like you guys are enjoying it. A lot of smiles, a lot of physical play. You guys enjoying it? Getting the pads to pop a little bit.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Okay, so what spot on the field do you like the most? You did a little bit of everything tonight.
I started out liking quarterback a lot, but now that I started doing running back and stuff, I'm starting to like that a lot better.
How big of a benefit is it for you to be able to play multiple positions?
It's a lot of help because like if Tanner gets hurt, then I could come in and help out with quarterback, and I can play all over. So
right, you know what to do, and you know what those guys are supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
All right. What was working for your team tonight?
Just firing off the ball and hitting hard, running hard, and just everything.
Yeah, it was a good night for you guys. Congrats to you and your teammates. Best of luck as you gear up for you have a little longer week here, but gear up for a big one against Pelican next week.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dennis Ashley joining us here as well, one of the Thunderbirds as the stars of the game here tonight for Mahnomen-Waubun. Let's keep it right here. Let's go right to post-game coaches' comments with the head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, John Clark Jr., joining us here following a victory over Ada-Borup-West, 44-14 on Wednesday night of MEA. And Coach, boys came and as far as the overall, I think they brought it from the kickoff to the end of the game. It was a really full team effort tonight.
It was, and a very complete game, and a really big improvement from our first game, which is what we were hoping for. And they did a great job. Like I said at halftime, we were just really jacked up on defense and overran a lot of plays. I thought the second half we played really good defense. We gave up that big long screen pass, but number 28 there, he's a good player, and he makes a lot of people miss, and he's going to do more of that. But just really proud, especially our offensive line. I didn't think we played very good the first game. I thought we really took over the line of scrimmage in the second half, and very well done by those guys. They made our backs look pretty good.
Guys got scrappy, and they really asserted the dominance. You know, you're just setting up and winning that line of scrimmage is not an easy thing to do on a consistent basis, and it looked like both offensively and defensively the guys really did that tonight.
Yeah, I thought so, and you know, that's our bread and butter. And with the weather tonight, throwing the ball really wasn't going to be, you know, a big factor. We completed some, but you know, we ran the same play I think about 7 times in a row for 1 touchdown, and that's you know, that's what we like to do, Kev. Since you were there, you probably know the play.
I was going to say midline was working tonight, Coach.
Don't be giving away our secrets.
No.
It was. You know, that's good football. It takes, like we talked about, we got to impose our will, and it just sucks the energy out of the defense when you're just coming at them like that. So our offensive line, big improvement. Hopefully they can even improve more.
Yeah, and you know, looking at the whole, you got some really good individual performances, but it did start up front, and hard not to, you know, you could go and name everybody. Everybody played well tonight, so that's a big victory. And I know when you look ahead to the week, you're gonna, you know, get a little more time here, but Pelican Rapids gonna be one heck of a matchup next week.
It is, and you know, I think you nailed it just a minute ago when you said very good team effort, and that's exactly what it was, a very good team win. And Pelican is very good. I mean, they got speed, they got playmakers, they got some big linemen. They're really aggressive on defense, so obviously going to be a good test. Our boys are going to get a little break here over MEA and recover a little bit mentally and physically, and come back Monday ready to work.
And that's going to be a thing for, I think, everybody in the schools to get these couple of days. I think everybody needs a recharge.
Well, take a big deep breath and then regroup, like you said, recharge and slow down and enjoy a little bit, rather than, we got so much going on in the schools, you know, right now, and kids are doing a great job. So excited for that too. But yep, recharge, get a little break, and I can't wait for Monday already, though.
It's exciting, and tonight really, I think, reinvigorated. If people weren't feeling it quite yet after week 1, I think they're feeling it tonight.
Yeah, our kids, and I said this last week, the greatest thing is seeing these kids out here smiling and having fun and just joy on their faces. And, you know, it's been such a tough, crazy time. They haven't had a lot of that, but they get to do that. So, I mean, I wish I was with them. Wish we were out there playing with them, Kev.
You said it back in the day when I was playing that you're going to remember that you want to come out and play football. I'm lucky I get to be out here and doing this, but you're right. It would be fun to go out and play again. I don't know if I'd be any good, though.
Well, you were always a gamer, though, Kev.
I like to play.
You were a gamer, so you could strap it on maybe for half a quarter. I don't know if you get 4 quarters.
Get me up and down there. I don't know. Don't let me kick anymore, though, Coach. That's
maybe
all right.
We could set up KRJM flag football of all you celebrities at KRJM, KRJB, and
be okay. Sean's going to complain about that ankle, though.
Ankle, trick knee, sore shoulder, whatever else he has.
The whole bit. And Carter even got the ball. I wonder what it's like for him to get the play calls from Coach here on the sideline.
Probably a lot of pressure, so try not to give it to him, and just let him have fun. That's what it's all about. I mean, more so this year than ever. Just have some fun out there.
Right, exactly. Guys are growing and learning. Coach, thanks for the time. Great to see you. Good luck to you and the boys next week.
All righty, thanks, Heavy Kevy.
Good to see you. That's Coach John Clark Jr., head coach of the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. After a 44-14 win over Ada-Borup-West, they take home the traveling trophy here tonight from the Johnson Sports Complex in Ada.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Hey, just wave there if you got some more comments coming. But again, our stars of the game were brought to you by American Federal Bank of Ada and also Darren Ramey Insurance. There with our stars in this one, part of our post-game report from Home Crown Realty with the Mahnomen-Waubun victory over Ada-Borup-West 44-14. as we're going to go back down to the field. More post-game coaches' comments here with Kevin Kochman.
Thanks a lot, Jake. We got head coach Paul Tingham of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars joining us following the loss here tonight to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. Coach, I know that result was not a victory. Guys got better, I thought. Overall, if we look back from week 1 to week 2, I think there was plenty of growth, and they showed it in spurts here tonight.
Yeah, we definitely improved. I mean, we'll watch the film and, find more things we'll have to improve on, obviously. But, with the inexperienced team we have, that's going to happen. And, if, from week 1 to week 2, we improved a lot. First quarter, I thought we played, take away the first play of the game, that first quarter, I thought we, won the first quarter very easily, overall. But then second quarter, made a few mistakes. They capitalized on a couple of those mistakes, a couple turnovers that kind of hurt us. And, but we did get better. Then came out second half, and we scored on that screenplay, I think, wasn't it? That first drive, and but then they answered, and then we had a chance for a deep ball there, but didn't quite connect on it. If we connect on that one, it was probably a touchdown, I think. So we had our chances. We got some more things to fix and get better at, but the schedule gods were not kind to us, honestly. I mean. We played Pelican Rapids last week, who's one of the better AA teams in the state, I think, this year. And then we played Mahnomen-Waubun, who's always one of the better teams in the state, whatever class they're always in. And, they're going to play each other next week. So, coaches, we were kind of thinking bets on the sideline who's going to win that one. But it'll be a good matchup for both those teams to challenge both of them there. So, I think if we can keep improving at the rate we did from week 1 to week 2 to week 3 now, we're going to start seeing success on the scoreboard and hopefully end up on the right side of the win-loss column next week, but I hope.
Right, and we've talked about that, just how this season for all teams, whether that's any class football, without a state tournament, things of that nature, to have a season is going to be a success. And a couple of weeks in to see how they improved, and I'm talking about the physicality, I'm talking about just some of the knowledge that you were asking for too, and seeing they did that, they have grown, and that's a huge thing to see, especially on a short week too.
Yeah, not a lot of preparation time, and that's even worse for a green team like we are. And we were a lot more physical this week, I thought, than last week. So that was nice to see. And kind of like last week, we kind of hit a wall about, I don't know, a third of the way through the third quarter there. We just kind of hit a physical wall, I think. And their size kind of wore on us up front. They're huge up front. I mean, I don't know how you put them on a scale and us on a scale. It's got to be about not 2 to 1, but quite a bit more than we have. So they started moving the line on us, both sides of the ball, more often than the first half, and it just kind of wears on you when you're smaller like that. But I think we didn't get the result we wanted on the scoreboard, but if you watch the game, I think you'd have to say we improved a lot, and I think the film will show that. And not that we have any easy games this year, but I think we have our 2 toughest games out of the way right now. So we got some tough games ahead of us still, but I don't think we're going to have anything tougher than Pelican or Mahnomen-Waubun this year. I mean, they're both legit, I think, state contenders. If there was a state tournament, they're both legit section contenders this year in their sections. So, two good teams to lose to, and they're always good and they're always physical, and we're going to get there. I mean, the kids just get a long weekend here and just got to get rested up and come back next week and believe in themselves, and I think they will, because every day at practice they keep getting better, and I think we'll improve by leaps and bounds next week, and just hopefully get the W next week.
We talked about it last week too, but Aiden Markison, I saw him improve, I thought, with just his confidence, and then also vision when he got out and had a chance to run the ball a little bit. Thought that was key. And I thought watching defensively, Trenton Sipp, I called his name I don't know how many times out there. He's been fun to watch grow the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, Trenton's only a sophomore, Aiden's only a sophomore, so I mean that shows how young we are. Middle linebacker and quarterback, two key spots. Kind of the quarterback of the offense and the defense there. Definitely. I don't know how many tackles that Trenton had, but he had a lot. He was in on a lot of plays, and did a good job in the offensive line blocking too. I think he improved his blocking this week compared to last week by a ton. Aiden at quarterback, he made some nice throws, but also, like you said, felt some pressure, pulled the ball down and scrambled. He got a couple big first downs for us there in the first half, especially. Aiden's he's going to get better. He's got he doesn't look fast, but he's kind of got that little slipperiness to him. Mm-hmm. He throws a nice ball, and good thing is he's only a sophomore, so this is game 2 for him. So he's just going to keep getting better and better, and hopefully just become the leader of the team as you want that quarterback to be. So both those guys, as only sophomores, have a bright future ahead of them. So they're just going to get better and better and be leaders for this team for the next 3 years.
Pretty sure I heard this correctly, that Polk County West beat Red Lake County. Jake, was that accurate?
Yes, correct.
Polk County West
12-8.
12-8 was the final score there in Plummer, and Polk County West on the docket next week for you. That kind of a bit of a surprise, I think, for some.
Yeah, I mean, they're both really good programs. They're really good teams, but based off of what they had coming off of last year's teams, I mean, Polk County West was kind of in our boat. They lost pretty much everybody except for one really good lineman and then the quarterback. And Red Lake County Central, I mean, they had, I don't know, say 2/3 of their team back off a really good team. They were really good last year. I mean, they gave us 2 battles last year on our home field here, once in the regular season, once in playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, when you got 2 good programs, anything can happen. But yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise. I didn't expect that, I guess, just based off of what they had coming back for experience on both teams. You got two good programs and 2 good coaches, so it happens. That's why you play the game, I guess.
Absolutely. So next week, Polk County West, and ultimate goal is for the guys to come out and improve again.
It is. I mean, watching Polk County West too, they've changed up their offense from last year. They went, instead they're going 4 wides this year, so it's going to be a different challenge next week. We'll see a lot more spread and a lot more throwing the ball around and a little more in space, playing in space. So that's a change from what they've done in the past too. So they must have definitely had some success at that tonight.
Well, I certainly look forward to it next week, Coach. Enjoy the long weekend here, I think, for the teachers and for the staff. I think everybody needs a long weekend, so soak it up as best you can.
Yeah, we will. It's going to be a nice 4 days off.
All right. Well, you take it in, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you.
You got it. That's Paul Tingham, head coach of Ada-Borup-West Cougar football, joining us following the loss to Mahnomen-Waubun here tonight, 44-14, week 2 of the 2020 football season in Minnesota.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Join us there at the sideline as we continue through our post-game report from Home Crown Realty with office locations in Twin Valley, Ada, and Mahnomen. And buying or selling your next or current home, visit with the local agents at Home Crown Realty. We'll break and we'll come back. More coming up on our post-game report after the Mahnomen-Waubun 44-14 victory over Ada-Borup-West on 106.5 FM KRGB and on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. 0% interest, 0 payments for 120 days on all precision planting equipment. Save your cash flow, book your planter upgrades today with an additional 20% discount on shop labor and trucking. Pay this year or next. No payments, no interest for 120 days on approved credit. Call RDK Enterprises 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
On our Home Crown Realty post-game report after the 44-14 victory for Mahnomen-Waubun over Ada-Borup-West, we go with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here and bringing some energy tonight. We're going to go for the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds with their quarterback there, Tanner Pasnernick, as he goes for 167 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. And he was certainly running that offense the way he wanted to with that midline option play, and runs his way into the end zone 4 times, brings the energy there after falling behind early at 8-6, and then he would score the next 4 touchdowns for the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds, and they would take the win in that one here with the 44-14 final score. Again, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Tanner Pasnernick, there for the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds as they move to 2-0. Ada-Borup-West Cougars fall to 0-2. We'll stick with some awards here in this one as we look at our Visser Trenching in the Trenches Award. And, getting the work done in the trenches was the offensive line for Mahnomen-Waubun. There you look at those 5 linemen, a couple of tight ends in there with Will Starkey, Justin Littlewolf, Braylon Heisler, Casey Wadena, and Brock Spall, along with tight ends Cooper Hoduck and Casey Wadena. Cooper Hoduck and Will Olson there at the tight end spots. And paving the way in this game for 335 yards of rushing offense for Mahnomen-Waubun here today. They first play went for 60 yards, and they didn't have many plays that went backwards here today. In fact, by my count, just one negative rush. They had a couple for 0, but just one negative rush there in the game. So getting the work done in the trenches, just like the guys at Vischer Trenching. This is our Home Crown Realty post-game report. We'll return after this on 106.5 FM KRJB and watching live with yourliveevent.com.
Keep informed with Ada-Borup School activities, events, and more. Visit the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. You can also listen to Cougar Sports from the Ada-Borup School website, ada.k12.mn.us. Click on Explore, click on KRJB, click on Listen Live. Cougar activities with local homegrown radio, KRJB 106.5.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information and how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
44-14, your final score for Mahnomen-Waubun over Ada-Borup-West in game number 2 of the 2020 high school football season. Here with the game today, let's look at our Subway of Ada our sub of the game. We have more stuff we want to look at, like our post-game connection. It's brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. They are how to connect and keeping you connected. Here with connecting here today, third quarter, third play of the third quarter. Ada Margerson drops back there and swings it on a screen pass over to Bo Fetting, who takes it 58 yards to the house, and it's the points on the board for the Cougars. Mahnomen-Waubun would answer after that, but connecting there and getting that first score of the second half that they wanted to try and get back into the game, and that's staying connected, just like Halstead Telephone Company keeps you connected. HTC, they are how to connect. We'll break one more time here on our post-game report from Home Crown Realty and get you set here with some precision and some stats coming up when we return on 106.5 FM KRJB and also on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to a caring community of older adults living safely in company with others. Welcome to Benedictine Living Community Ada, with the commitment to senior living that you've come to expect from Benedictine. As a member of the Benedictine organization, Benedictine Living Community Ada can offer personalized care to your loved ones while relying on the support and expertise of a larger network of professionals. We are proud of our community, and we are proud to serve you. We are Benedictine. Learn more at benedictineliving.org/together.
John, Wayne, and Marissa at the Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead take this time to wish all farm families and farm workers throughout the area a safe and successful harvest. Keep safety in mind when you're out on and around the tractors and trucks and other machinery in the fields and around the farm this harvest season. Don't cut corners when it comes to safety. It could cost a life. John, Wayne, and Marissa at Ben and Hoagland Agency thank you for your business, and they remind you if you have any questions about crop insurance, call or stop and visit with them. The Ben and Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
Home Crown Realty post-game report. Mahnomen-Waubun with the victory over Ada-Borup-West, 44-14. Your final score here this evening as Mahnomen-Waubun goes into the MEA break at a 2-0 record. Ada-Borup-West goes into the break at 0-2. Let's look at our precision plays in the game. Here, brought to you by RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton. And, well, when you look at today's game and a precision play in this one.
How about midline up the middle?
Yeah, I was going to say it was, you got Kevin just coming over here over the backseat announcer, Kevin Kochman over here. But, yeah, the precision that the way the offense was going to get going, starting with the guys up front moving the pile, but then Tanner Pazernik making the proper reads the vast majority of the time on should he get the ball, should someone else get the ball, and putting it where it needs to be. You got to be precise with that option game, and they were able to do that here today by way of the 44-14 victory, your final score. So your post-game precision player of the game from RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro, and Drayton. Visit them online, planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. Well, final stats time in this one as we look at our stats here from Christian Motors of Fertile. Chevy GMC vehicles. There, go online, christiancars.com. Stats starting with Ada-Borup-West. It was Bo Fetting with 17 carries, 81 yards, and touchdown on the ground. Cameron Spaeth would have 5 carries for 5 yards. It would be Aiden Markison, 4 carries, 23 yards. Daniel Walls, 1 carry, 3 yards. Weston Winfrey, 1 carry for 2 yards. Wyatt Larson with 2 carries, totaling 10 yards. And it was Lance Kritzberger with 2 carries totaling 2 yards in the game here today. As a team, they had 3 carries on a kneel down and a pair of sacks for a total of 10 yards lost. That's 116 yards total rushing offense. Through the air, Aiden Markison was 6 of 10 passing with an interception and a touchdown. Had 124 yards on 3 catches each by Bo Fetting for 67 yards and 57 yards for Cameron Spaeth. That's 124 through the air here today for the Cougars, plus 116 on the ground. That's 240 total offense. They had 3 turnovers as a team. For Mahnomen-Waubun, Tanner Pazernik had 22 carries for 167 yards, 4 touchdowns. It was Dennis Ashley with 98 yards and a touchdown on 9 carries. Tony Swalloff with 7 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. Kurt Belfi with 3 carries totaling 7 yards. Carter Clark had 2 carries for 6 yards. Jaden Lyons 2 carries for 6 yards. 335 yards total offense on the ground for Mahnomen-Waubun. Through the air, it was Pasternak going 4 of 6 passing, 72 yards. Had 2 catches, 51 yards to Dennis Ashley, and 2 catches, 21 yards to Peyton Keyser through the air. 335 on the ground, 72 through the air, 407 yards of total offense for Mahnomen-Waubun today in their victory. They had 2 turnovers here today as well. But they also improved to 2-0 on the year with the win over the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, who fall to 0-2 next week. Mahnomen-Waubun goes to Pelican Rapids there for a early season matchup, and Ada-Borup-West goes to Polk County West, playing up there at the East Grand Forks site there with the going on the turf next week with the Thunder. Well, we thank you again for listening and watching our broadcast here tonight on 106.5 FM KRJB and watching on yourliveevent.com. We ask you to Please hit that subscribe button there. Stay up to date with the upcoming Your Live event broadcasts, and you can learn more about how we can help you to reach an audience advertising here with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and yourliveevent.com. Thanks for the updates, Alex. Appreciate those. Got to get those updates out on there too. So, thanks to the sponsors you've seen and heard throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Thanks to Ethan and Kevin here with the broadcast partners and running the camera behind the scenes. Appreciate working with you guys here tonight as myself, Jake Berkmeyer, here with the play-by-play call. It was Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds with the victory, 44-14 over the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, everyone.